All right. Gaming. Perfect. Alrighty then. Hello. we got there. We got there. We're chilling, chilling. Okay, so while I pop in this draft little thing, would you mind going ahead and introing us real quick, my dude? Yeah. Hello. Mm-hmm. Exactly. We're going to be making that happen. And I was saying before here, we weren't exactly live and everything, but we are going to be popping into have an amazing time here in League of Legends. This will be my first time casting League of Legends. I'm more of a Smash person, but I'm excited to move away from the Steve and have some more champions on the screen here and make some fun things happen. We have the two bottom two teams in the standings here, brawling it out and what's sure to be a match for the ages. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Yes. Yeah. Hmm. Tough. A little tough there. But you know, it's okay. Yeah, I did go ahead and look at the fact that we we have an amazing amount of stats here for the league, which is pretty fantastic, I would say. It's pretty great for a league like this being able to keep track of so much, and we're able to even keep track of such a thing as deaths per game. So I'm just gonna list two statistics off. The divers have an average game time of 29.975, and they have an average death per game of 33.5. Um, Not ideal. A little more than a death per minute. Yeah. So a little tough. Little tough. Uh, yeah. The second to worst bot of the team here is the Bombers, and they average 21 deaths per game. So even first to or like last to second to last, there's a 12 death differential there. But here's the thing: if you're the divers, there's no expectations. None. You know? Zero. Zero. Like, people aren't expecting a ton here, which means if you're able to pull this off, you are the people's champ. People will rally behind you at this point. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like, yeah, please, please. Okay. Mm. Uh, yes. Okay. Mm. Yeah. It's known. It's got renown. There's some flair behind that gun. That like, okay, yeah, the guy he pilots the pilot. Oh, oh, you're good. You're good. May not be able to hear you. You said yes. Okay. I appreciate you bringing that up. I think. I cannot hear you, said? Okay. Yeah. I can hear you. Let's see. Let's see right now. I appreciate you guys letting us know so we can fix that right here. Pop in this right now. Desktop audio. All right, let's see if they can hear you now. Hello.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
chilling.
we can hear them hella.
Oh, good.
And-
Good. That's what we like to hear.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
So, now that we got the technicalities out of the way, appreciate you guys being chill with us. Okay, into our second round of bands here. We got the Zyra band. All right, getting the embodiment of chaotic evil nature off the board. Probably not a bad call. Trying to get that out of here and everything. And
Yeah.
and like you said, it now with the Maokai underway, and what are we gonna be looking for the side of the divers? You think?
Let's see. So divers so far, the Maokai being a flex pick, and the Lux also kind of being a flex pick, right? The Lux can go mid or support.
Right.
And the Maokai can go top jungle or support. So that does kind of throw the Bombers for a loop in the draft phase.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but we'll see what they pull out here, right? It's going to be that big pick for Makaryu. We could even see Makaryu pick last.
Okay. I could definitely.
To
I mean, if they
open
want
it
to
up.
reserve it for their boy, yeah, it makes sense, right? Yeah. Ooh, the Jin Zhao potentially.
Or they could pick the Zen Shao.
Okay.
Into the Poppy would be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. There's some
A character that makes a little more sense. The Talia is one of those against the Poppy, against the Ari and the Corki, right? Being able to punish them for their dashes, especially Corki, who when he's ahead really likes to use his dash aggressively. Could definitely be an issue, but the Elise hover.
Okay.
Come.
A little bit of early game potential here too. Big fan of that and making that happen. Yeah. And you know,
lock it in.
Lock it in. Make it happen. I'm liking this though. We could have that happen, and then Talia, we'll see Hobo. The other side, Hobotron, as their name is. I think it's Hobotron. Yeah, Hobotron 9000.
9000.
Yeah,
which is really good.
Yeah, I believe they could. They unfortunately, I believe, are currently ranked as the lowest standing mid laner at the inside of the league at this point.
Yeah.
But if they're able to put something together on the Talia, especially against the pressure against something like the Elise, as they're dealing with their mid laner opponent as well, they could be switching the script a little bit around for themselves.
Exactly. And there's so the craziest thing to me right now is that there's still options in the mid lane here, right? We could see maybe I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Maokai top. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Immediately wrong. Okay. Here's my prediction. I think it's, and I could be very wrong. It's one of two things.
Yeah.
But what is for sure, what I think is for sure is that it's Talia jungle and it's Kaisa ADC.
Okay. All right, that works.
And it's most likely Irelia top. But it could also be Maokai top, Irelia mid.
Yeah. Easily.
And then Lux support. We're gonna see. You know what? We're gonna see what they pick in the client. I think that's what's important.
I'm ready for the spice, bro. Come on, man. This is some cayenne pepper level of heat. I love it. I love it when they are keeping us on our toes, and you got to think that the Bombers are feeling the
Hmm.
exact same way, where it's like, or we're gonna go
Yep.
here, we're gonna go there, and when things aren't quite clicking for you as a team, you got to try some unorthodox stuff like this. You know, you got to be
Yep. Yep.
willing to
Yep.
think a little bit outside the box and see what can work well for you. Okay,
Hmm.
excellent.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then,
I mean,
oh, please keep going.
oh, I was gonna say I think it's interesting because I think the both sides are. I feel like their drafts are very indicative of kind of what their mentality is going in. Bombers going with tried and true is
Mm-hmm.
what it feels like to me. You've got their jungler youngster Joey, who's their captain, right?
Yeah.
Heading the storm on a aggressive early game jungler who can get things moving, get things shaken, right? Make waves.
Yeah.
You've got GGG Turtle on something that can dominate the lane, but mostly will be able to have a strong side lane and kind of impact the map
Yeah.
and impact team fights. And then you've got Ruffian on something that can cause a lot of issues and take
Mm-hmm.
over the game if he gets strong, right?
True.
And Full Metal and Poppy are there to support him.
Right. Right. Exactly. Well
On
said,
the other
my
side,
man. Oh, keep going. Yeah. Flip side.
oh,
Flip
well,
it.
I was gonna say, yeah. On the other side, as we figure out that it's Irelia top, so it's gonna be Irelia top, Talia mid, Talia jungle, Lux mid, Kaisa Maokai bot lane.
Beautiful.
Um, but the on the other side, it's kind of putting pressure on different parts of the lane. I think Forest and Makryu have kind of come out and been kind of the people that we are expecting to see
Yeah.
perform in this top lane, and I think the interesting matchup, right? There are a lot of interesting matchups, even player wise, down
Sure.
the board. But I think the most interesting one is going to be GGG Turtle versus Forest. Both of these top
Mm-hmm.
laners are kind of like in the like middle. Obviously, started 0-2 on the season. Nothing
Sure.
specifically really, you
Sure.
know, making them stand out compared to others.
Mm-hmm.
But Narada Irelia is very Irelia favored, very
Mm-hmm.
Irelia favored. If
Yeah.
there was ever a game for Forest to come out of the woodworks and make a big splash,
Yeah.
it would be here. I think this is the moment.
Okay. And I think that's really well said. Absolutely. And as things are shaping up, fantastic analysis thus far by you, Val. Gotta be saying here that we haven't had too many game threes so far in the league, and based on this draft right here,
Mhm.
the way things could sway to and fro, going tit for tat for one another, we might be able to get
Mhm.
one of those absolutely esteemed
Yep,
game threes, and we all love that. We all love the absolute tension that's built, the storyline, the excitement that
I do.
comes from the high tense situation. So hopefully this one's gonna pull off what we're hoping for. We'll see here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bombers may have already had their fill of game threes
Sure.
and may only want to be in them if they're guaranteed the win. Uh,
Sure.
that's definitely how I'd feel if I was 0-2 and
Yeah, yeah.
I was facing down to but I do think with here's my thing. So it's weird. I think if the Bombers take game one, in my head a game three is completely possible.
Mm, okay.
However, I think if the Divers take game one, there is a non-zero chance it's just immediately a 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we see they're kind of able to snowball. I
we had
think.
the mid laner, like you said before, the Homotron, into talking with her earlier, and it sounded like they weren't scrimming as much as well. Which the more you scrim, I believe for the most part, it gives a bit more team morale. And if you like you're saying,
Yeah.
they lose the first game. If they haven't been screaming, they haven't built up the team morale enough to be able to withstand that storm. So that could be problematic for them.
Mhm.
But you know, I
Yep.
at the same time, when it comes to things like this, the beautiful thing for the viewers to watch and for us to tune into as well is it doesn't necessarily matter how things start, because in teams like this, what they can kind of struggle to close out games, anything can flip on an absolute dime. The way and momentum of the match can not really necessarily be determined until we see the nexus get closed down. And so I'm at this point, even if there's a strong lead brought to either side of the teams, at this point. I'm not going to guarantee a dub for them until things close down.
I feel the exact same way. I really want to see how this plays out because I think there could be something really interesting going
Yeah.
on.
So how you feel about the meta right now in terms of League of Legends?
Uh, so I've been learning mid lane. Um, I've moved down from my home in top lane. I tried going back to support for a little bit. I was like, I'm not having fun.
Mm,
Tried going back to jungle for a little bit, and I was like, still not it.
yeah.
So I decided to settle on a new home, which is mid lane.
Mm.
But I hate playing against control mages, which makes you think, why
Oh.
did I choose mid lane? But really, I can handle most of them.
Okay. Okay.
The only control mages that really there are two control mages get on my nerves.
Okay.
Victor, new Victor, and
Okay.
Malzahar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Malzahar can be
and
problematic sometimes for sure.
yeah, and it's really two different reasons because it's like Malzahar, right? In the idea of Malzahar, right? Because I feel like there's like what Malzahar actually does, and then he what you think he'll do, right? Because like in a lot of people's heads, Malzahar is kind of just like a guy who sits there and he does nothing, and then like when you try to do something, he ults you,
Sure.
and that's not wrong.
Sure.
But what Malzahar really does is he clears the wave in like 2 seconds and then walks down bot lane and ults your bot laners, and that's what's annoying.
Oh yeah.
Because there's nothing I can really do about that. There's only so much, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like, well, rats, you know?
Well, rats. Oh shucks.
Shucks.
Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh my.
And
no.
then Victor is just annoying, right? He just like pokes through from across the lane, and you kind of just have to live with it.
Sure.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. No, I understand. I mean, like, man, what an amazing character to follow in Arcane. Like, love the storyline there. Translating it to the game, it could be a bit different. Bit different there. Yeah, that's it's a bit of a struggle sometimes, but I think I mentioned before that I come from more like the FGC scene in terms of playing against one opponent and everything, and that really translating that to the laning phase has been really nice. Definitely trying to, based on what I can do and what the opponent can do, how am I going to counteract their moves and that kind of thing. And it's been really nice learning those things and seeing the similarities between the two. And okay, great. Looks like we are going to be hiding in here right now, popping in this and that as well. And it's been great, but it's been different because I main support, and so it's a bit more of a 2v2 situation all the time rather than a 1v1. We'll see how things hopping up. But now, as we say that, we have the Divers versus the Bombers officially hopping in here, and okay, we have 5 people in one bush. All right, all right. Feeling things out here. Seeing what we can make happen. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Immediately off the top, we're going to see Maokai falling down. Oh no, taking the first blood actually, falling things up right now. They were completely caught off guard as we are seeing an early lead taken for the bottom seed here in the HLDL. What a start. Already 1-0 on the Maokai support. The Maokai coming in strong. Okay. And as we're saying that here, good stuff happening from there. Oh, there we go, Val. There we are.
Yeah. The good news is the kill went to Maokai, right? And all the gold, and all he's gonna do is be a little, just a little more tanky when the game starts. The bad news is there is something just a little tilting about watching your support get killed, like so early in the game.
Just a little bit.
And you wanna avoid that as much as possible. But still, Corki is such a strong early laner that it probably won't matter too much, unless Green Leak decides to get really, really aggressive really, really quickly.
Yeah.
Aside from that, really, all things we shouldn't really feel the ripple effect of that first kill.
Sure. Yeah, it won't be too much. It definitely caught them off guard, I'm sure.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I'm hoping that it sets a bit of a momentum. Like you had great analysis before when you said this is such a big game when it comes to the divers. If they're able to take this game, there's a lot more potential for a game
Mhm.
three. I think you're really well said in that one. Maybe they'll be able to,
Mhm.
even though they might not snowball too much out of control for the Bombers, if they're able to
Yep.
take a little bit of this momentum and translate it into something big, we're gonna make happen here. And as we're saying that, Elise is hopping on, but unfortunately, Homotron is charmed and she is going down. The Lux light is snuffed out. Unfortunately, no Radiance can save her at that point. And a bit more of a substantial kill here is already going to be placed on to Full Metal.
Yep, and that's one of those things, right? You've got youngster Joey, who's known to be proactive, kind of a bit of a crazy jungler. Immediately gank level 3 gank on the Elise, which is what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah,
Early ganks, early and often, basically, is kind
right.
of the rule for Elise ganks, and getting it onto Full Metal is really the interesting thing here. As
Oh, but wait.
oh,
Oh, that was so close. There was just a
that
sliver of
was
health right
really.
there. GG Turtle. Man, there you said there was a bad match between Aurelia and Gnar right here. Forrest kind of putting that on full display immediately.
hmm It's difficult,
Oh,
especially for Gnar in the baby
oh,
form.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
What a
blink of an
play.
eye.
Wow.
Blink of an eye.
Wow.
Things were fine, and then they were. I mean, but it's also, if you're turtle there, you're like, okay, maybe I can get this wave before it crashes. As we're gonna see
Uh,
something happening here.
Full Metal's playing pretty carefully right now around that brush. Feels like there might
Well,
be a little bit of something going on.
yeah. Full Metal knows that Mach Ryu's there. What they don't know is that Joey's there. So Joey's basically just matching. If Mach Ryu's backing, he's backing. If
Oh!
if Ryu's staying,
Oh no!
he's staying.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Wow. The
Full
Flash taking
Metal.
that out from, yeah, Full Metal. All right, showing some
Full
schmooze right
Metal.
there.
And Full Metal is coming into the season kind of being the not exactly the cornerstone of this roster, was kind of picked as a supportive piece to kind of be an enabler
Ooh,
for.
hold on a second. We
Whoa.
can't talk. There's fighting constantly going on. Maokai's the initiator one more time, but they're able to safely get out of the situation. As soon as we're trying to talk about one fight,
Wow.
another excursion
Jesus.
pops out. This is insane right here.
Oh my god, man.
Oh, hold on, hold on. This is exactly what we were waiting for. Gnar, the Gnar bar filling back up,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
in time for Forest. They cannot see out of the trees. The forest is too consuming, and that's going to be taking their second life down. My goodness.
Yeah, this is the really how you don't want the lane. This is one of my least favorite matchups when I was playing top lane, because it's one of those matchups, and there are a lot of matchups like this in top lane, because it's such a long lane, and unlike bot lane where you have two people to kind of alleviate the pressure, if you get behind against the one guy, you cannot walk up. It could get even worse,
Oh.
and that is we're kind of seeing the difference in how these teams want to play.
And you said, oh, keep
You've
going, keep
got
going.
yeah, well, yeah, you've got Mach Ryu and Forest kind of. Forest is strong and Mach Ryu's playing more towards the top side, whereas you've got Joey kind of playing around his bot lane and playing around, mid and down, and then Mach Ryu's playing mid and up, basically.
Yeah, yeah. No, great. Well said by that too. And you said beforehand that the cornerstone almost of this, the number two pick in the entire league was our boy Mach Ryu over here. And I mean,
hmm
he's not one to be mocked. He's definitely putting on a display, but Forrest hasn't even needed him in this top lane matchup. When you
Not
are a jungler and you're getting solo kills out of your top lane, you've got to be feeling so good. And that means, like you said, it frees
mhm.
him up for other places on the map.
Yep. It's gonna definitely allow him to impact not just the mid lane, but also it's gonna give him free access to the grubs, which I believe he's
Uh-oh.
doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're gonna trade 3 grubs for the dragon,
Okay. Making that
and that
happen right there.
is
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good
Oh
stuff. And
man,
oh man. Oh man is right. Oh man. Okay. It feels like we calmed
oh
down a
man, it is
little bit there.
it's how I feel.
Oh man.
Yeah,
uh,
dude.
mhm. Uh-huh.
Watching Aurelia do her thing is terrifying stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's the
Whoa.
pop down. That was
Whoa.
interesting.
Oh.
Talia comes
He's
to
on the other
help
side of the
out as
wall.
well. The wall. Hold on. She's trash. She has the flashlight as well. That's 2 flashes burned. GG Turtle is absolutely dominated. He might be able to get a kill in the 1v2, but the stun coming down for Aurelia. She gets the kill and gets out. Are you kidding me? A slight overstep from GG Turtle. And unfortunately, that is 3 lives down for the Gnar immediately.
Okay. The divers entered the fuck out of that play. That was so bad. That was so bad. No, it was so bad. You have Irelia goes in too early.
Oh.
Talia walls her off. Then Talia cues in the wrong direction, so she misses all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Irelia picks the aggro back up and should absolutely die to GGG Turtle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but the biggest but, the Mega Gnar but.
Turtle is down a level. He walks up too far. He gets queued on top of, autoed once. Irelia gets out of the tower range. Oh my god.
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Hey, viewers at home, you know why you're here. You know why you're watching it. It's for plays like that, baby. Come on now.
Dude.
Oh, let's go. And
yeah, that was just...
Hey,
I can't.
I don't. There is such a farm discrepancy. There's a kill discrepancy.
Yeah.
There's just everything at the disposal right now of Aurelia.
Yeah, there's a gap in the top lane right now.
Yeah. Mini gap, just a gap.
And this is also... It's also a typical thing as a jungler, right? If you're Joey looking at this top lane, generally, junglers like to try and gank lanes that are struggling. But one of the big things is that... Oh, man, let me hold my tongue.
There's been so much pressure in this mid lane. Keep going.
Yeah, but when it feels like Joey, by the time Joey really had the opportunity to gank top lane, Irelia was already 2 kills ahead. Which makes it hard. Because, Gnar can't contest this wave. Right, as soon as Irelia shows up. And honestly, I'm sorry. Honestly, to the I guess to the credit of Turtle, he's made sure that the wave is always pushing into him. Which obviously isn't perfect, but it would be way worse if that wave ends up on Force side of the lane.
True.
Slow pushing. Because then Force can just hold it there and Gnar already can't walk up. If that situation happens, expect to see Joey in the top lane. Otherwise, the game is already hard to play for Gnar. I wouldn't say it's unplayable.
Sure.
If that happens, if a freeze happens in the top lane, I would say Gnar would be completely unable to play the game at that point.
Yeah.
There would be nothing he could do.
Yeah. No. Well said. At that point, okay, Elise giving Talia a little bit of trouble here is poking around. Okay, lands the stun here as well, and the flash follow up from Ahri. The jungle mid duo has been the one shining light thus far from Bomberz. But as we're saying that, the Mega Gnar back into there, right there, and that's going to be a kill onto the Federalia, and we're going to keep on going. The Poppy setting up Homotron. The hammer falls down, and immediately an even up kill situation, and Void Grubs to boot. The Bomberz have flipped everything around. Like I was saying before, it does not matter when teams get a lead in this game, because a thing can flip on its head immediately, as we just saw.
Yeah, that was an instant, and as I said, it was hard to play for Gnar, not impossible. That was a beautiful double jump. Ults Irelia into the wall, makes it impossible for her to counterplay, gets the second stun off, basically locks her down. Oh, that's stop to Evo.
That's yeah, just ping. I need to be shot in the chat.
Dude, oh my god. Dude. Okay, let me say this. Forrest is a very funny player. I've heard him talk. He is a hilarious player. That is a fucking banger from Forrest.
I don't know about you. I'm just leaning back and enjoying myself right now. That's where I'm at. This is
Yeah.
good. This is good. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you're still 3-1-1. You're fine. It's good. Was that a free kill?
Yeah.
Potentially. All right.
Whoa, whoa,
Well,
whoa.
speaking of free kills here,
Well, let's see if they can do this.
oh, you might be right. Hold on, they're turning things around actually, and it looks like Talia's gonna be taking that kill as they continue the follow up in the situation. They press their advantage too much, and unfortunately, they're gonna be falling down. The Lux ult is dodged, but Kaisa follows up regardless, and the Talia shooting her back into everything, and another 3 kills in reply to the 3 kills before. What is happening in this game? What's going on? Oh, let's go.
Okay, well that Joey, once again, like I said earlier,
Yeah.
Joey is a bit of a crazy jungler, right?
Yes.
Sees an opportunity to go on to the aftershock. Was that Maokai? Am I tripping? Was that Maokai or
Maokai
Talia
sounds right,
that
yes.
he caught out? Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, goes in, thinks he's got a free pick on the aftershock Maokai. Spoiler alert, was not a free pick.
Yeah, you called that one out pretty quickly.
And then Frog, Frog's just there to capitalize, right? They don't turn on Frog. So he kind of gets the free hit for a little bit. And then by the time, so gets the first kill on Necrotic Balrog. I don't think he got the first kill on Necrotic Balrog, but gets the kill on Necrotic Balrog. Then chases down Joey, has a great ult to follow, and then Full Metal's there for some reason. And dies as well, right? So it feels like they just had a great fight at Grubs and then still can't get a hold of the gold because.
Ooh.
But they're looking to bring the pain to Homotron in the top lane.
I think you might be right about that one. She's been feeling a little uneasy. I think it would be a fair thing to say at this point. She has not been able to find her footing too much. Been ganked a fair amount. I think some people have been targeting her out because it's a good lane to follow up on when other things are collapsing around you. But as we say that right now, Gnar up against the Lux, throwing out a little bit of a poke, chucking that Rang if it were. Back over. Nothing doing too much though. But we have Green Leak and the Maokai trying to follow up, trying to protect the Lux right now. She's getting slammed into the wall. Gonna chunk her about half health, and the rest of the team is following up here. We got a little bit of a strange thing happening up top lane for sure. It's we're doing the death waltz, as it were. Just walking around a little bit, having some fun with each other, and that might result in a herald for the blue team, unless the divers could say something about it. Oh my goodness, we're looking at so different places of the map, and it looks like the herald is secured for the blue team. Aurelia down bot trying to make some things happen, but Kaisa cleaning up the Poppy, following things up right here in the least. Not able to get too much on there. Now, as we say that, hopping over to the side. Talia Wall trying to break some things off right here. Yeah, this is kind of a calamity for the blue team. The Meganar almost on deck. The
Narbar
happening here, but the Narbar, he gets taken down before Meganar comes in to the situation. And that means that it's going to be another 2 kills traded for Rift for the divers.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like the main mistakes we've seen from the divers are either from extraordinary plays coming out of
divers be diving. Oh, there it is. Keep going. Yeah, it's just
I mean,
kill.
come on.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a Fed Irelia, right? That's just what she does. And I think that's kind of a microcosm. I think that's a good example of just like kind of the issue that the Bombers are having. It feels like every mistake that the Bombers have made, barring, let's say just assume like the 4 Irelia kills don't exist. The other 6 kills in the game have kind of been products of overstaying or kind of committing for a little too long, or maybe just a play not being as clean as it needs to be. Whereas really the divers' main deaths are from really hard forces and that, well, no one died in the really bad dive. So I can't even say that was like, once again, I'm never going to get over that. But
it was insane. They literally, it's the name of their team, and they, it's not going to be living on infinity for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, but that they have a big lead in this game. They have to. I think it's probably the first real lead they've had, all season. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like I'm pretty confident to say that's the case. And it's really off the back of Mock Ryu's had some pretty strong plays, but it's also Frog is kind of
Yeah,
popping off, you know?
absolutely.
Him and Leek kind of had a oh, Forest is in some danger.
Okay, all right. Seeing here. A
Here it
little
is. This is what I
bit,
was scared
yeah,
of.
yeah. Oh, hold on. That's still the 2v1 still getting the
Oh,
kill. They have the dragon as well. Are they going to clean up the second? No, they're going to be rooted in place. But they're barely walking away, limping. Green Leak chasing now after the Poppy gets the root here with the ultimate as well, tossing it back into the Lux. The teamwork is immaculate right now for the bottom place team. You would not understand that that is the case when you look at these teams on the screen right here. But the flash back out, unfortunately, Talia in a rough place. Corky's going to take that one and trade the reply. Kaisa's popping off. We have 17 kills in 18 minutes. The game is a bloodbath, and I am so here for it. A 6,000k lead is insane right now for the point of the divers. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when I'm seeing plays like that, I said before the game began, it does not matter who gets off to an early lead. These teams can throw. This is not, I'm not gonna call it a clown fiesta, but it's a clown party.
not yet.
It's
This is
death.
Gone.
Death.
Gone.
Immediately.
Gone. Never had a chance. Never had a chance. And that's just like that's life, right? You know. That's life, right?
Yeah. Oh no. Speaking of life right here, we're okay. Aurelia almost taking the one of Elise, but thank goodness Poppy was there to reply. She's 1v3 right now. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a little worried still. Oh gosh. It takes a kill into 1v3.
Okay, so here's what I'll say. Not only did she take a kill in the 1v3, but the kill went to Poppy.
Yeah.
With shutdown gold. That is the last, because you can of people, you know, of all the things that aren't going well for the Bombers, thing number one that is going well, I feel, is that Ruffian is at 9. He's on a very strong champ.
True.
He's hit his first item. He's looking to hit his Manamune next. He wants to be strong. Would he beat Kaisa in a 1v1? Absolutely not. No. But he's got great peel in the Poppy. And I feel like, but this is a very difficult game for him to play between Lux Poke, between Irelia's existence, period, and Talia's existence. A lot of very difficult situations, and Maokai, of course, right?
Right.
So this is going to be a difficult game for him to play. And right now, he is really kind of the main avenue of which they're going to try and win this game. So I'm worried because Bombers aren't giving him a lot of leeway, I think is my thing.
Wow. Oh, the chunk damage. Not able to escape. That's going to be a translation onto Baron here. We might be seeing
what goes up.
Oh, must come down.
Oh, I was gonna say what goes. Yeah, I was gonna say what goes up must come down. No, that Elise W, that repel only can save her for so long. And while Irelia is applying pressure in the bot lane, divers are gonna pressure the Baron, and there's nothing they can do about it because Elise isn't up for another 8, unless they're gonna contest it 4v5. But it's 4v4 right now.
Hold on,
they're low.
Too. Exactly. The Poppy Hammer, swinging it, charging it, seeing what you can happen with it. Oh, but they're chasing.
Yep, and she's still gonna have it in a couple seconds.
It's true. It's a little bit.
Now they're looking for a fight.
Okay, pressuring some things here.
Oh man.
They're actually gonna be warded off the Baron. That could have been so huge. The divers are looking for their first game win of the season, and they can be, if they get an objective bounty like the Baron, they can really close things out. The pick on Elise felt like the perfect opportunity, but not able to translate it into too much of a lead yet. Yeah. You got to have patience, though. It's got to, I think it'll present itself.
Their main worry was there's a lot of poke. You know, we know the Meganar could come up, and that's a bad thing if we're fighting in the pit. And the Poppy ult, right? The Poppy ult turns what should be a 4v4 or into a 3v4 or a 2v4 or like a 1v4 if it's a really, really good Poppy ult.
Right.
They didn't want to take that risk, but there is a behemoth in the bot lane right now.
Yeah, behemoth that also spams all chat sometimes when they mess up their plays. So it's
I mean, like who doesn't, right?
Who doesn't? That's honestly good sportsmanship in my opinion. I like it.
Yeah, it's great sportsmanship to flame yourself. I do agree with this actually. I
Yeah.
think this is true.
Yeah. You gotta make it happen. If you gotta put the toxicity somewhere. It might as well be against yourself
Oh,
or against the Talia caught out, and that's a jungler down. Oh, okay. They're hovering around the
jungler
belt. There's no way they
down.
would do that. There's no way they would do Baron right now, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and what's crazy is arguably they have a
Oh,
better
oh,
angle
hold
on
on,
the.
hold on.
Oh my god.
So Lux
Oh,
almost gets
oh,
immediately
oh.
deleted. As right now, Maokai also getting chunked. There's an 8K gold lead right now for the Divers, but you wouldn't believe it as they look like they're on the back foot again. We're going to translate this into what looks like a dragon, and that'll be their third of the game. One more until they get a soul underneath their belt. Hold on.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh, Aurelia
Oh
trying to mess some
no.
things up here.
Oh.
This is insane. This is
Yeah.
awesome. I'm having so much fun.
This is actually really great. This is a great game because the divers are playing kind of sloppy, right? Talia's by
Yes.
herself in the pit with no one to help her. You know, she's kind of clearing vision with zero assistance. She gets caught out. And what I was thinking was that they do it. They do the Baron because I feel like they actually have a better Baron take.
Sure.
Oh.
Ooh, that's an ult. That's a root
They have an
two,
angle.
popping him back onto the team, and that's going to be a shutdown onto the Maokai, but also a kill and reply onto the Poppy. Now, backing things up right here. Red team takes their kill, takes their objective, makes it happen. That's going to be a support for a support. It looks like the Divers don't know what to do. They're not used to being in the lead. They don't know how to close this out.
My other issue is that I think, well, their plan there was, oh, we're gonna bait the Baron, but then didn't check the Baron if the Baron had vision on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Baron doesn't have vision on it, and they're hovering around, and they're gonna do it.
Okay. You called it out. It doesn't
After
look like the
Poppy
blue
came
team.
back up, because sure,
Sure, why not? It looks like the blue team's not any the wiser right
they
now.
know now.
They do know.
They know
and they're
now.
moving
They
as fast
know
as they possibly
now.
can, but it's
They're
already down
calling
to
for the Mega
3,000 health.
TP.
Oh, that's going to be Elise hopping up, tries to kill, gets killed into
Joey's-
reply. Hold on a second, this is insane. The Baron goes down to the red team, but it's insanity right now. So much of the red team is dropping into 2v3 right now. In reply, Gigi, Wild Turtle, trying to make some things happen. It looks like the
there it
Aurelia,
is.
defelled Aurelia, is going to get one. She's going to get two. It might even be the triple, but the Ari, the last remaining team member on the blue team, is going to walk out. The red team secures the Baron and 4 kills, but man, that was messy.
Oh man. I mean, I don't think either team, you know, obviously for the blue team not getting the Baron, you know, they got a big pick, right? They rooted Elise, they bursted her down. She could not steal it, right? Got the kill on her, and that's a big shout out to Homotron. Absolutely decimated Elise, gave her no chance to steal. And, you know, GGG Turtle kind of did his best hero thing, jumped into the back of the pit and stunned Irelia. I think that's why the fight was as close as it was. But in the end, Corki goes down. You know, the Irelia Maokai. Irelia is still so strong. She has 9 kills and is probably here. Hold on, I can check the gold. Yeah, is gonna back to finish her 3rd item.
Wow.
Whenever she does get the chance to back, she's going to be an item ahead of everybody except the ADCs. Speaking of the ADCs, both of them are so strong right now.
True.
Both of them are so strong right now.
True. Yeah,
The Kaisa has 3, and yeah, it's something to say that this Kaisa was so fed, but Corki literally has been right there with her. This Mountain Drake is going to have blood flying everywhere. But before that happens,
oh my goodness! Before it happens,
whoa! Fancy feet, by the way, dodged everything, like everything she could.
Yeah. What an effort!
How to put the moves on.
Yeah, it feels like it's a tidy way, but we'll take the win regardless. Hold on, we're fighting again. Of course we are.
Wait,
you wouldn't be questioning it. That's gonna be. Oh no, that's gonna be a 1v2. But the Fed Corki's gonna get the kill and reply. That's gonna be an open in-hit there on the other side of the mid map. It's jeez Louise, my dude. There are 35 kills in the game already. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, this is what we call a certified banger. If there's a kill per minute, that's a certified banger. All right, more than a kill per minute, actually, but a decent amount more.
Yeah.
But dude, okay, One of the greatest things ever just happened in chat. Elise and Irelia, despite being on different teams, both spam peek the Drake at the same time. That is how you know they want this. That there's
Yes.
going to be an even bigger fight, right?
Yes.
The big thing, and it's gonna be a decent while before the Drake, right? It's another, I say a decent while, it's a minute,
It's a
which is
minute. Yeah.
forever in league time if you ask
Oh,
me.
yeah, you're not
And
kidding
just
because
like
so many
last
fights can
time,
happen. So many fights can happen in the meantime. Just like this right here.
hold on.
Homotron gets a kill on the Ari,
Oh,
and she's going to back out
oh
in
my
time for the Maokai to get
no.
this too. What a play from
Oh,
Homotron, but she's going to be locked up right now. In reply, it looks like Meganar putting a little bit of damage, but not able to get too much out of that. And now the Poppy is going to be the next one to fall. The Necrotic Belrog gets sent back to hell, back where the depths of the mountain came from, unfortunately. And that's a huge, huge fight to set up what you've been referring to as a bloody mountain drake here.
yeah. I mean, there will be no fight. I mean, if you are smart and if you're on the Bombers, you have to just be like, this is not it. So now I love having chat on because seeing the pings can help you kind of get a better idea. So immediately after Lux killed Ari, get spam pinged by Kaisa. That's a good fucking job. I can't believe you did that ping, right? I love that. That's my favorite time to get pinged. But as that fight ended, you can see Corky spam pinging himself. And that to me, that's clear as day as why are you guys fighting? I'm not there. Which is also very real. That is very real because if you're Corgi and you're seeing your team take a 3v, that was a 3v3, and then your Ari dies, your Poppy dies, and your Gnar dies, and you guys get one kill in return, and you lose, you give them more time, right? You know, the whole point was that, you know, you were strong enough in the early game to build up these 3 Drakes. That lead that you built earlier is dwindling.
True.
Right?
True. No,
so Corky is the guy right now, and he's kind of trying to, you know, hope that his team doesn't kind of piss it away. So, you know, fingers crossed. But
you can't.
I really has 4 items.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. There's no way you could piss away a 11k gold lead, right? You can't do that.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
No.
But, you know, Corky's, you know, Ruffian's kind of banking on it because he's right now, he's the guy.
Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. But they're gonna make this reality. What comes up, like you said, unfortunately, comes down. But an hourglass also in reply. It's Zanya's still gets the kill onto the Elise, and this is just. It feels like there's so many tiny kills that happen almost inconsequentially as teams keep getting caught out.
Yeah.
Hold on. This isn't a caught out situation. This is a 1v1 brawl. But a couple other team members showed up to take it all as the Corky's going to fall right there. And now it's going to be a 2v.
They're going to go
3v5. Oh, yeah. Oh, Aurelia does
Force
not
is
care.
just ignoring him.
She doesn't care. She
doesn't not care.
Oh, and
how long can she? Oh no. Something bad is happening. Okay.
Okay. Oh, but they're gonna be doing.
They had to use
everything.
I can't, man. They had to use everything. They really had to use everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
That's not great. And gave up the Baron for it. That's just like unideal.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
This is looking like the first win from the Bombers. It is. Look, they got an inhib down. They got Baron. Like, Aurelia's gonna be back up in 20 seconds. Like, this is.
Yeah, the divers are so ahead.
Oh, excuse me, the divers.
This would be a. Yeah, the divers. This would be a. I don't. How do I say this? I don't know if this game is losable. Like maybe because earlier I thought they could lose the lead they'd gotten by kind of just getting caught out randomly, like five, maybe like 3 times in a row. They'd have to get caught out randomly like 10 times in a row for the next 20 minutes. I think
could it happen?
I don't think it can happen. I do think it would require like every player involved turning off their monitors. But uh yeah, they are so ahead. If I'm a member of the Bombers right now, maybe I'm like, okay, this is a tough game, you know.
Yeah.
And really, this game does boil down. Obviously, other bad things happen, but this game does boil down to Irelia Nar is a really, really, really fucked up lane, and
Okay.
Irelia got so fed
She did.
that her presence on the map kind of sh- shifted the
Everything.
game,
Everything.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so many fights happened because of something Irelia was doing, whether she was there or not, and that just turned into like a bad situation,
It
right?
did. It did. Yeah. I believe there could be a chance that I think you're right. We're not choosing that matchup in the top lane again. It can't happen. There's no way.
Yeah,
Yeah, and as a third inhib is going down and Baron is still on deck and this is looking yeah, GG go
yeah. They're
next.
gonna guide in this mid
Absolutely.
wave. Yeah,
Absolutely.
guiding in the mid wave, guiding in the top wave.
Mhm.
At the same time, bot wave's a bit delayed, but you know, it's not it really isn't the end of the world. Poppy gonna charge up that ultimate, try to get someone out of there, misses the Irelia, they're gonna go
Oh.
for a fight.
Oh, but Frog's able to get that out of the situation, and the double kill going on to the Lux. It could be an entire team wipe. A complimentary kill tossed onto the Corki just before he falls. And this is going to be the Divers taking their first game win in the HLDL. This is an amazing, amazing match that we are here for. I am so excited you guys get to
Mhm.
watch this with us. Let's go.
Yeah, this is gonna be a banger, I'm sure of it. I like these are two teams that are looking for yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure.
Definitely. Definitely interesting because you said this was the precursor ahead of time about how this could potentially be what leads to a game 3 for these teams here.
Yeah. And I mean, you if you're the Bombers. Oh, I didn't even see that. There so the oh wow, that is so random. I just noticed that. On the stream thing,
Mm-hmm.
the because I also messed this up when I was doing my rankings, but it has the the divers and the bombers names are switched.
Oh, my apologies.
That's such a random. I didn't even think of that. I don't even
All
know.
right, I will swap that over. All right, appreciate you letting me know. Okay, then as we're doing that, I'm
Yeah, I
gonna
guess so.
change stuff on the scoreboard as well as we have our divers up 1-0 now, which is good.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, as that's being said, over here, divers up 1. I believe that all right, we're gonna be hopping in here. How exactly do we navigate popping into the next match? Do we all just back out and then you invite me to the next one?
Uh, yeah, I'll get an invite to the next one, then I'll invite you.
Excellent. Okay. But yeah. So I think you're right. Yeah, really, it was just a bit of way too much of a problem in that one for them. And also Kaisa
Mhm.
kind of felt like the unsung hero for a lot of it. I think she only had one death in the entire game. She was popping off as well.
Yep, not making many mistakes.
No, not at all. I mean, good stuff there. As we're doing that, we're gonna be hanging out, drafting for the next one, and yeah, we'll flip some things around here for that.
Yep,
But
yep.
it looks as if our I don't know, like how exactly do you think the Bombers are gonna respond being down 1-0 right here?
You know, something tells me that they're not. I think they're gonna be chilling. And it's weird to say after that game because it was a rough game.
Mm-hmm.
But um, what I think is what I think they're gonna take away from it is was it tough? Yes. However, comma we you know that was also kind of a wild game, right? You know, we gave a bunch of kills to we gave like they did, you know, they gave Kaisa a gold boost with that bad fight in bot lane where they thought they caught Maokai overextended, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
Then or like in his own jungle, by the way, that doesn't make any sense. Can't be overextended in your own jungle. But and then obviously Aurelia got out of hand, and those were the two kind of catalysts. And then Lux scaled and was just auto clearing waves and one shotting people when she hit a root, and all the bad things happened after mistakes made by the team,
Mm-hmm.
right? I
Mm-hmm.
think so. To me, I think that they are um I feel like they're not too worried, right?
Yeah.
It was a tough game, but they're not losing their mind over it.
Right. Right. That makes sense. I'm tracking with you. It's at the end of the day, it's a team that might feed you the win anyway, right? So you can be confident in
Exactly.
the fact that you can bounce back from that and it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And I think as we're thinking about that as well, this is potentially meaning a lot for overall rankings, and I know that people care a lot about
Mhm.
that because I know that our boy, what the Aurelia over there, was not necessarily seated towards the top of the top laner position rankings, but
Yeah.
after that, he might flip the script on that bad boy.
hmm I mean, this is a guy who self-proclaimed was maybe, I believe, like canceled an ability. I don't remember the specific quote, but it was like maybe like an ability away
Uh huh.
from winning their lane, in a matchup against the number one ranked top laner in
Mm.
Unkindness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think there's a lot of personal confidence for Forest, or formerly Voyage, for those who aren't in the loop. Uh, and I think there is such a interesting. Um,
Thing going on with that, yeah.
there's an interesting, yeah. I was like, there's an interesting because GGG Turtle. I think that both of these players kind of were not main top laners coming into the season.
Mm-hmm.
GGG Turtle was formerly an ADC. Well, from what I know, GGG Turtle went from being a top laner, then spent, I believe, a season or two as a ADC main, and then is now back to the top lane.
Mm. All right, good deal. Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Man, I don't know if we finished on. Wait, did we finish within the certified banger time limit? Did we have a kill per minute last
We
game?
absolutely did. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't imagine that we didn't.
Uh, good.
I just that just seems unlikely.
That's fair. With the given that game, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, that'll be good. That'll be good. Well, I personally am I'm feeling pretty excited about this. I'm also gonna take a quick drink of you ever had pop soda before? You know what that is at all? Like,
hmm
oh man, I've been trying it recently. It's overpriced. I'll be real. It's not really my thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine, but I don't want to pay like what, $2 for a freaking can? Are you kidding me? Goodness gracious.
That
Uh
is a lot of money for a
it's a
can,
lot, dude.
actually.
All right. Perfect. Got your thing right here. Copy this, and we're gonna post that in our bad boy over here, and we'll make it happen. Cool. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
All right.
All right,
Yep,
but
they've got draft going underway as well.
okay. Just need to post the link inside of this bad boy. Forgive me for the technical difficulties, guys. My first time navigating this. Appreciate your
Hey, it's all
patience.
fun and games. I will commentate the draft as I sure.
Heck yeah.
So
Heck yeah, bro.
for those who cannot see, the victor has been first picked for Homotron. It has kind of become. It's sort of a. It is a pick that a lot of people are coveted after. That is highly coveted. Um, People are excited to see it, and Homotron has been one of the main proprietors of Victor. So it's no surprise to me that
There we go.
they've prioritized the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
and we're seeing Ruffian on the Ash, something a bit more supportive, but something that can still take over if he can get ahead. You never want to deal with the Fed Ash because it basically means once you get autoed by a really strong Ash, you're probably not getting away. It's
Yeah.
you or her.
You or her. I like that.
Paired with the Lux. I'm gonna take it away. Could be a pick into the Victor. Could be playing alongside the Ash. We're gonna see what they've got. But what
Okay.
is the counter in the bot lane for the divers who had a pretty who had a pretty badass last game. That huh? They won't.
Wait, no.
They will.
They will?
I don't. I don't know if that's
What?
Vagar mid and Victor 80 APC
Huh?
or the
Huh?
other way around,
Oh, let's
but
go.
that is crazy.
Let's
What is
go.
so I'm interested. What support are they gonna pick with it? Green League looked really confident on the Maokai,
Oh,
but
a
it's
VA.
they're not gonna care about Green League yet. They're gonna pick Viego
Oh my
for Mock
goodness.
Ryu.
Bro, what?
They sure are.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Who put
They
Ratatouille in the
have
kitchen? Because they cook him, brother. Come on now. Let's
They
go.
are cooking. And the scariest thing about this right now is the scaling. Victor and Vagar, the
Yeah.
later the game goes on, the amount of, you know, right now, I believe the Bombers are probably thanking their lucky stars that more MR items were added to the game. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
because if it weren't for all the extra good MR items that got added, it'd be oof, but
Problematic?
Xin Shao. Xin Shao's a yeah, Xin Shao is also a great pick. You know, he's got the ultimate to kind of block him from getting hurt by these strong AP carries when he's out of range. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you how do you feel about a Jin Zhao into this interesting mix of AP peeps on the other side of the screen?
he's going to be able to threaten them, but they both have such great self peel tools,
Yeah.
right? Vagar with the cage, Victor with
Right.
the gravity field. It's going
Right.
to be hard to stay on top of them. So I assume he's kind of there as a pseudo frontliner who can make himself invulnerable to these long range attacks.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, so we got some bans here. Hey, interesting. They're banning Virelia. Intriguing. Who would have
Yeah,
guessed that one?
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a counter pick.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with it. I wouldn't want to deal with it, right?
No.
And I assume they're, yeah. You know, you just don't want to deal with it. That's
No.
it's obnoxious. It's hard to beat.
And a Lulu ban as
And
well. Okay. Okay.
yeah, they have no. I think they're kind of seeing is this Lux going to be support or mid? It looks like they're thinking mid, right? Full
Mm-hmm.
Metal's got a kind of a champ pool, like a champ ocean even.
Okay.
Um, a lot of champion he's good on. Oh,
No! Are they gonna do it? Are
that's
they
your
doing it for
guy.
me? Are they doing this? I told them that I
That's
would not talk
I
trash at
would.
all. I told them that I'm sorry. I would be completely. They're doing it. Ah!
That's awesome, actually.
Ah! Ah!
That's fucking huge.
Oh no!
And
Oh no! No! No!
honestly,
This.
that's a great pick into the double mages, right?
Yeah.
Mages are very good at defending themselves from being dived onto, but you pull them into you, and they've got a lot less answers.
Dude, but I'm gonna be honest. As a Blitzcrank main, Ezreal on the other side, whew, that E is problematic.
Yeah,
I'll be honest. That's a
that
lot hard
is
one to
problem.
teleport out of.
Whoa!
And an Alistair.
Wait,
Um,
wait, wait! It's
th-
Victor. It is not. They're not about to play Victor top. I don't believe. Okay. All right.
I'm so
All right.
happy.
All
I'm
right.
so
I don't
happy.
even know what's going on.
Oh, let's
The
go.
Silas?
Oh, we need chat right now. We need all chat. I want to see everything. I want to hear everything. I want to know. Show me the machinations of the brain that are too much to understand. Okay, Orn would. Okay, Orn.
I'm
Yeah.
okay, Orn.
Okay.
Orn is
Okay.
yeah. Orn
Okay.
is
Okay. Okay.
much more tame. Much more
Yeah,
tame. Much
much
more
more tame.
tame for GTG Turtle.
They still got Blitzcrank. That's all. I'm good. I'm good. Hey man, it was nice casting with you. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you have a good one. No, just kidding.
All right, yeah. Thank you. No, it's all okay. I got it. I got it.
No, I can't
But
miss
yeah,
this.
this is it. Yeah.
Mm, and then yes, we got that versus the just everything else on the other side. I know what their bot lane is. I can say that confident. You know.
I know what their bot lane is. I know what their jungler is, and I'm pretty confident it's going to be Victor top,
Mm-hmm.
Vagar mid, Vagar mid. I think, and I think Bombers missed the opportunity to throw the gauntlet down again. right?
Mm,
Did GG Turtle have a tough game one?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that was a very it was a very lopsided matchup. And I mean, maybe they don't know it's Victor Top, but
Yeah.
you can assume it's
Yeah.
either going to be Victor Top or something way wilder.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I don't know. I think it's interesting.
I agree. No, I think it's a good point, and I think you brought up a good point before too. That despite the what's uniqueness of a Blitzcrank pick, it could go well into the other two AP
Yeah.
mages as well, like you were saying, and it's just I'm curious, like I'm sure everyone else is, how the Vagar and the Victor are gonna play with one another, how making those things happen, and also if Vagar can possibly steamroll things out of control, farm his way to victory, or will he be get shut down by early game pressure of the Bombers? Because I feel like that's kind of where the Bombers have put themselves in for the most part, is they want to shut things down before things steamroll out of proportions. As we're saying that here too,
Yeah.
I think we're waiting
They
on things to
got
start
a
the game
pee break.
perfect. Yeah. Oh, you said pee break?
Yeah, this is a good time. Yeah, I think they're on a pee break. I'm gonna go refill my sweet tea. I'll be right
All
back.
right, you do it here. I'll tap you in, and you tap me out real quick, cause I'll pee as well. But in the meantime, we're hanging out with the chat. What's good, baby? How y'all doing? First experience for me, my guys, my people, my chat, and I'm having a great time. Bottom of the standings, top in my heart at this, as we are really enjoying how things are going down, and I want to make sure that I want to talk to you guys. I want to see how your happy little faces are doing, making things happen here. Well, I will say I was not expecting any of this. I did not know what teams I was going to be casting or anything, but this is, if things are going to be going as well as things have so far, I'm excited to keep rolling with y'all. Okay, this is a Discord league, kind of. Essentially, it's a league of people who are, I believe, from bronze to emerald to diamond a little bit, and they draft people basically. So there are a couple team captains, and they go down and draft people for a little while, make things nice and cozy, kind of even up and diversify the teams a little bit. So there's not too many top heavy teams. We're actually watching right now the bottom two teams in the standings. We have Divers as both these people are 0-2 technically. The Divers though are ones who have recently not been doing too hot at all. They're a little bit the underdogs compared to the Bombers, but the Divers are up 1-0. So we'll see how we can continue those things happen. Okay, great. And as we're saying that too, we got a little bit of time. I think it's called proper pee break. And if you guys want to make sure, hydrate yourselves, refill the waters, get some sweet tea, get some pop soda, pee out your loins, go crazy with it, because we got get some more high octane action to dive into here in a little bit. If anything of the last game is indicative of what's gonna happen, I'm stoked. Yo, all right, I'm gonna tag you here. I'm just gonna tag you from Idaho to Tennessee.
Got
I'll
it.
be right back.
Hello, chat. Is a Discord league, I believe. I don't know if it's set up. It is not set up. Let's see. Hold on. We are, of course, HADL, Tyler Draft League. Although I guess you could, if you're like coming in, the D could also stand for like, I don't think it could stand for Discord, you know what I mean? But Discord League, obviously this league is rocking out. We have a kind of a banger in store, and really interesting drafts. The
Thanks for playing.
Blitzcrank is going to be big time. Hey, hey, hey.
Howdy do, neighborino. Good to
How
see
do
you.
you?
All right. Hey, I'm
Good
doing
to
great.
see you.
I'm
I'm
doing
excited.
great. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's the best time. You know, that's the best. So.
Yeah, that is the best actually. That's the
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. He might have pooped his pants. Wait. Wait.
they lost enemy jungle. Oh, Mockery has gone MIA. That is the explanation.
Huh. What does R mean exactly?
Ready.
Ready. What? Wait. They're too lazy to
Mhm.
type the word ready.
Yeah, no, it's quick. It's hey, single word. Hey, single. It's easier to type on one key than it is to
Mm,
yeah.
huh. Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. Okay.
And we did get clarification that it is Vagar top, Ezreal mid, as not Ezreal mid, Vagar mid, Ezreal ADC.
Yeah. 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 Okay. And then yeah, blind picking those suckers right here. A little bit less
Yeah, blind
question
pick.
mark of what's gonna be happening on the other side for sure, because the bombers seem to have
Mm-hmm.
things pretty well laid out for themselves.
Once again, it's the same thing as last game, right? Bombers have a pretty, obviously they threw in some spice this time with the Blitzcrank, but
Mm-hmm.
simple draft, a simple strong draft, right? Strong picks within it, and good strategy be kind of woven into that. While the divers have a bit more of that eccentricness, got a couple more tricks up their sleeve,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and kind of really playing around with the idea of the flex pick. So I think that's really interesting, and that's kind of where they find their strengths.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I think. Well said. Well, that's where they find their strengths. And okay, questions right here in the chat. There's Discord right there. Is there a
Being
banned skin for Viger?
that seems a little suspicious. You're asking that mock Ryu jungler of the divers, which have picked Vagar.
uh.
Wait, you have your captain is an admin. You should ask your captain.
I asked Google, and supposedly no, but we can talk if it is too much of a problem.
Okay.
She doesn't know. That's awesome. Google, my people. Google.
Well,
Which skin?
there are no. I really, to personally, I can't think of any like high profile skins that are banned other than Project Ash because
Oh
the
yeah.
the arrow is genuinely uh like misshapen.
The hitbox kind of wild on that bad boy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, looks like we're.
But I don't know of any banned Vagar skins.
It would be an easy dub if they was well. I mean, that'd be nice.
Oh, I Blitzcrank. I Blitzcrank too. That one as well.
mm,
That's also banned. So, dude, really, the banned skins are in the Bombers ballot, actually,
okay.
not the not the divers
Oh,
side.
Elementalist Lux. So if someone pulls that out around here, that could be a
Oh,
problem. Yeah.
I think we played Elementalist like last game, actually.
Oh
I
wait.
think.
Oh no. Game
Well,
loss. GG's.
GG's.
I think that's.
That would be. Hold on, let me check. I haven't. I've skimmed over the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard. I've read a message from a friend that says that the band skins are outlined. So let me actually check.
I mean, I'm looking at a site right now that Mobilytics and it says they're banned. Or like Elemental Luxes. That would be so unfortunate.
Elemental, yes, Elemental is Lux, which
Yeah.
was played in game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Wait. Um. Um. Um.
Okay, let's see.
Well.
It doesn't list that there are any punishments. No, it doesn't list the punishment for breaking for
No
because
way.
technically now here's my thing. Here's my thing. And this is the interesting thing about having a league where the captains of each team are admins, right? They
Yeah.
all helped craft and look over these rules, right?
Uh huh.
If you are um I feel like if you go through an entire series and no one in a basically a game that's guaranteed to have two admins, if you go through an entire series and nobody says any, like you go through an entire game and nobody says anything,
Mm-hmm.
it's free range. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. No, that's not on them at that point. You can't retroactively
Mhm.
fix that. No, exactly. Like
Exactly.
they have the responsibility to bring stuff up at the time. Um,
Mhm.
with that being said, it's really funny. I can say that.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious. I can't. I can't. All right, Soul Fighter Lux. We're good. We're fine.
Soul Fighter Lux is Soul Fighter Lux
We're chill.
obviously allowed, and it's not I Blitzcrank is banned, but that's not what they picked.
Mhm.
And Project Ash, I thought it was banned. It is not banned.
Oh, interesting.
Project Ash is not banned. I at least according to the list I'm reading right now
Uh-huh.
for HADL. HADL's list does not have Project Ash banned. I don't know what the official list says
It's
because I'm pretty sure Project Ash is banned, but
it
maybe
is.
not.
It is definitely it.
Yeah, but
Huh.
it's not banned in HADL. That's funny. That's actually really funny to me.
Dude, abuse, man. Abuse that stuff, guys. You gotta. That's a leg up
Yeah.
of the competition. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Pop those suckers off there. And yeah. I think
Yeah,
I think
this is
we're good
great.
to go. Yeah, no banned skins. But we do, of course, they're with the Blitzcrank. They're gonna move up as aggressively as they can. There's no way Ezreal chose E first option too, but there's a ward right there. One quick shot is gonna get them quickly out of that situation. Try to set some nasty things up with the Necrotic Belrog Blitz, but okay, no early kills this time. And yeah, we say that.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
No, nothing crazy. We're chilling.
Nothing crazy.
I know your breast strats, Liam.
Yeah. Oh, I guess yeah. There's an important note here. I guess is that Green Leak and Ruffian used to play well in LBLCS, which is an HADL adjacent league. Um,
Okay.
they played bot lane together. So Green Leak's got
Oh,
a what is
oh,
going on
oh,
here?
oh. They're trading some spells, some exchanging on some keyboards here, and it looks like Orin is coming out on top.
Forest
Hold on a
doesn't
second.
win.
Forest is not winning at all.
That's an issue.
The top lane Victor
He has to
has to
flash.
flash immediately. What a changeup from the first game. Dominance on the side of Forest beginning, and now GG Turtle has a destructive start here in the top lane.
Yeah. And I mean, while it's not the end of the world, and he didn't even back, which is even more crazy.
Yeah. Living life on edge, man. You know, it's chill. It's fine. Your top lane Victor, do what you want.
Oh,
Okay. Just the barrier coming out too. Summoner spells are being pressed left, right, and center at this point.
yeah.
Let's go.
And I think if you're Victor, you have no flash. You really do have to be careful around this Ornn when he hits that level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get knocked up, you're probably dead, especially at the HP he's at.
Hey man, just like someone in nun school, if you get knocked up, you're probably dead. As we say that, now
Whoa!
the blitz cranking, having to flash in that situation as well. Another summoner spell down. Alistair fighting back a little bit as the leaping frog, fights back, gets a little bit, but they're still down majorly in CS here.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna move past the nun thing I said?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
See, because you didn't technically get the whole punchline out, right?
Yeah. True.
They started fighting towards the like 75% of the joke, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can only really. I think you can't cancel the joke 90% of the way through, right? It's like a frame window. You know, we're both FGC people. It's like a frame window, right? There's
Okay.
a certain frames where you can cancel, can't cancel.
Yeah.
By like 90 frames in, it's too late. But like with 75, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
75%, right?
I'll take the 75. I'll take that every day of the week, man. Okay. Right now, I'm 75% sure that I have no certainty whatsoever who's going to take a lead in this game. Is there's a lot less action to start things off here. 0 kills so far in 4 minutes, and if the last game is anything to go off of, this is wild. This is crazier than if there were 10 kills
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah. Well, I think it's mainly because both of these teams don't want. They saw how quickly the last game snowballed, right? You don't want to just fall into that again, right? So they're kind of going to be
Oh,
respecting each
oh,
other.
oh.
Can't get the knock up. Might get stunned here. Sure will.
Okay, doing a little bit there, but nothing
Oof.
too crazy. A little bit of shock damage there onto Orin, and despite having an early flash down, he's doing decently in this lane.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the benefit of being ranged and having all that poke, right? You can really kind of punish Ornn for existing, but he's really pushed up right now, and he has no
Yeah.
flash,
Yeah,
so and will get knocked up. Oh
Oh
my
man.
god.
Okay, as soon as I say it, unfortunately, it flips on its head. Youngster Joey, what you called the aggressive jungler, gonna aggressively take first blood in this game.
Yep. And putting more attention to a lane that I think he knows needs maybe a little bit more attention, right?
Yeah.
And
That's a
knows
nice way of
that
putting
the saw well, I mean, saw a very lopsided lane last game, and is like, hey, maybe I should stick around, especially because with the Ornn, right? Ornn probably won't have any now that like the initial level 3 spec is passed, shouldn't have any 1v1 kill threat onto this Victor. He has no reason. Like, I will go on a limb and say it is that if Victor is getting solo killed by Ornn, it is a really big misplay on the side of Forest. So, but also Ornn is gonna probably be subject to getting pushed in for probably this entire game. So that is gonna force Forest to play more heads up. Be aware of where Joey is at all times.
Yeah.
Make sure not just your junglers calling him out, but your laners too.
Yeah.
Because if you're Victor, you don't want to get put behind in this lane.
True.
Because you are obviously right. You've got backup in terms of AP scaling.
Right.
Because there's a Veigar here, right? If you don't missed the combo.
Okay, no pull. Oh, okay, hold on. Still going in a little bit. The misses the pull on there too. The
Ooh.
Viger cage getting set up, and it's gonna stun the Xin Zhao here. The Lux in reply gets the Viego, but now the bloodbath that we were expecting has come to fruition. Alistar gets knocked up. It did a little bit of a taste of his own medicine. That's gonna be a 1 for 3 right here. Is okay. The Bomberz right now coming out pretty strong so far in this game.
Bomberz come out. Strong couple of kills. 2 assists for oh lord.
Perma
They're both gonna get stunned.
Yeah, Perma CC.
Yeah.
Does not matter when
if they could move.
Hurt me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they can't. Unfortunately, they got all the CC off, but the Victor got the cage down. Here's the thing: if you're Forest, I was like, you really have.
What was that? Wait, what?
Huh?
Did you?
Was the hook down? I don't know.
I'm a little confused.
I don't know.
I don't know. Sorry to interrupt you because okay, things are happening again. It looks like GG. So much happened and yet so little occurred. Everyone's gonna walk away safely.
Yep, and they're gonna, and that's big on Mach Ryu, kind of helps push in this way. Forces, or not, doesn't just force Ornn to stay, allows Forest to back because Forest is about to have the TP.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Missed.
Yeah, did not connect. Wow.
He didn't connect. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate too, because they're even using Project Asha here, man. Like, goodness gracious. Wow.
Yeah.
That's tough. Okay, but keep going, man. Val, every time I say it, I'm so sorry because it looks like right
every
here
time
the engagement is crazy here. I I don't know if they had the damage to do anything too much to the Ash at this point. It was good engage, got out a bit of a barrier though,
Yeah,
and
great engage.
yeah, and that's Green League. They were so good on the Maokai last game and continuing to prove themselves on engaged champs in this one
Yeah.
too.
Forcing the issue, and I think one of the biggest points of interest and issue for this divers roster was Frog and Green League. They were taken at a point in the draft where a lot of people were like, "Oh, why didn't you take insert ABC here?" Right?
Oh yeah.
There were a few up. The main one that people talk about is Evdingus. And while I'm not of the opinion that Evdingus, who is so far having a solid season on the Firelights,
Mm.
would have been a perfect fit for this team,
Mm-hmm.
I can see the idea, right?
Sure.
Frog, one of the lower ranked ADCs in the ADC pool, and Green League, was not highly touted, but
Oh, hold
got a
on.
gank up here
Okay,
in the
this
top
engage right here.
lane.
This looks like it's gonna be a lot more effective. Forest now. Oh, a great flash though might put them out of danger. Joey pushes the advantage just a little bit and barely able to grab that kill. The divers get dived at that point. Forest falling now 0-2 in the top lane.
Yep, they're able to put the pressure. They're putting the pressure on the divers by kind of putting this Victor, this strong Vic.
Oh,
Oh my lord!
oh,
Oh, oh, oh,
oh!
oh,
A kill! What a
oh!
kill
Ooh.
right there! And the Drake is taken as well inside the cage. Blitzcrank trying to flash himself out of the situation here. Viego trying to follow up, but Alistair in the backline trying to disrupt some things, making some things happen. Cacao pushing them away, trying to make them move out of dodge right now. The Viger coming in. The Q gonna take the kill. The Lux solo killing Viego. What a bloody, bloody mess around the Dragon's Pit. My goodness.
At the end of the
Oh,
day,
ah!
um, ah, ah,
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
that's tough.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Textbook unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Textbook huge. I said it. I said it. I said I wasn't gonna say it. I said it. Wow.
Oh wait,
Hmm. I'm with you. We're tracking.
wait.
We're with you.
Okay, I didn't know. So there was a conversation about the band skin.
Oh.
When the skin was being played
Oh.
at um, and it doesn't seem like anything happened.
Huh.
That's it. That's the end of the statement. Just there was a conversation about the band skin that was played in the last game,
Huh.
and nothing happened after that.
Okay.
Technically, what's supposed to happen is that they remake the game, but I guess both teams were like, we don't wanna, and just continued.
Yeah. All right. I mean, at least it was acknowledged and didn't, go by the blind eye or something. And
Mhm.
I mean, that was not the problem, right? Last game, we can all admit that. That was
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna point at the Lux on that one. Maybe
No.
maybe I'm.
Oh.
Wow!
Oh my goodness.
I just hex splashed out of Vagar cage. I fucking can't, man. Oh my god, what do you mean?
That's my boy. That's my boy right there. Necrotic Belrog is my favorite play in the league. I don't care anymore. I don't care. All right, Void Crubs being shot down a little bit
This is
by
a
the Ash.
4v4.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
full 4v4.
And okay, secured right now by the Bombers. It looks like we're gonna try to get a little bit more though. Kill onto the Viger, huge kill there too. The only Fed member goes down as well as the Viego. Now Green League popping some people up, but he might get popped in reply. He's gonna try to get onto GG Turtle on one side. On the other though, both of the red teams are able to secure the kill at that point. They are getting absolutely everything. Another Void Grubs into their pocket. 11 kills to boot. 5K gold lead already at 13 minutes. This is looking like it's going to be a game 3.
Yeah, this is an insane early lead for the side of the Bombers. You do not want to kind of give them this type of lead because I think if there's one thing that I think this team is definitely good at, it is probably snowballing this lead, right? They know how to fight. And one thing that when a team really knows how to fight, is that they keep fighting, and usually that ends with the other team in the ground.
True. True. And it's kind of unfortunate because you just really want time for Homotron on the Viger to scale, right? You want to make that happen. But
Mhm.
I don't know if she's going to get the opportunity. There's just too much happening.
Yeah, yeah, especially once again with this Xin Shao, with this really you want this Xin Shao and Blitzcrank to kind of continue to cause issues, continue to force fights, continue to apply pressure because you want these towers to fall. You do not want to give Veigar the chance to become big enough to just start killing Ashe, who I think is the later this game goes on is going to be a bigger proponent of how they want to win fights.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Ruffian so far has been kind of schmoving in these fights, right? Really keeping himself out of danger, being quick to kind of, you know, offer
Oh,
himself peel.
and quick to arrow, too. The follow-up here with the Blitzcrank. Going to knock up, then the pull, and that's going to be an easy death onto the Yordle there.
Ooh.
Unfortunate. The Victor coming in, flashing. That was an interesting TP, I've got to say. The top lane is now free farmed up by the Ornn. The bot lane also going to be the first one to fall, actually. Oh, things are gone from bad to uh-oh in these
Pretty
situations.
bad.
Yeah.
Arguably worse. Yeah, two out of turns falling right away. Full Metal putting more hurt on this mid lane turret. And like I said, it's literally Xin Shao and Blitzcrank kind of coming and helping push these lanes out, apply pressure, right? Full Metal basically ulting and Eing to clear these waves as soon as they fall into the mid lane so you can continue to hit that turret.
Yeah.
And they're going to look to take the Drake as well.
Okay, not switching gauge right there.
Hard steal. Yep. Yeah. You do not want to fight this Ornn right now, especially if Viego does not have the items. He does not have the levels. He does not want to pick a fight with that Ram because he's got a hard steal and that shit hurts.
It do not feel good. That's for dang sure. And
it sure don't.
I'm gonna have to point it out. It feels bad if you're Viger right now
Mhm.
and you're down this much in CS. I'll just be real about it. That's a toughie. That's a bit
Yep.
of a toughie. I mean, what's the win con? You know, what we got from the divers out here, right?
Time.
Time.
The more time passes, the better the better their chances get, right?
Yeah.
The more stacks this Victor gets, the more stacks this Veigar gets.
Yeah.
The more items Viego gets, the more items Ezreal gets, right?
Yeah. And if
Time.
can't time, man. It's the
Time.
It's the the biggest and
it is there. It really is there. Only they kind of do have to kind of just sweat it out, right? You know, if they can sweat it out, if they can not allow this lead to balloon more, right? They're already down 6K. You don't want that lead to continue to expand because you don't want it to get to a point where it's insurmountable.
Yeah.
Right? This is a surmountable lead.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But it's a surmountable lead.
Right. They could do it.
You don't. Yeah.
It's like the Angels in the Outfield. It could happen.
Yep.
Happen. Yeah. You ever watch that movie?
I've not actually, but I do. I feel like I know the quote. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's a '90s classic movie, man. Oh, one of those. It's just beautiful. Yeah, might be before your time. I'm an old guy over here. I'm not gonna lie. 28 years old. I know.
Oh, I'm 22. You got a couple years on me.
Wow.
And not that ancient. I've never understood people younger than like 40 calling themselves old though. It just doesn't click in my head.
I just felt like
that just. But it definitely is, I think, especially in like esports and stuff, right?
Right.
28 is ancient by esports standards. I'll say that much.
All right, dude. All right, you didn't have to.
Unless you like play. It's true. It's true. The only name 3 esports players older than 28.
They all play Street Fighter. Yeah.
Okay. Fighting game players don't count. Oh, the melee players too. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Games like this
That's
though,
fair.
16-year-olds rule for sure. Yeah. And that's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
Oh,
a pause.
Leg.
This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite things in all of casting, League especially. Okay. Pauses. We can talk about whatever we want, right? Because nothing's happening in the game.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing happening. So we just kind of get to sit here and enjoy ourselves.
I like it. Do
jack shit.
Yeah. I'll scoot back a little bit in my chair. Lift up the microphone a little bit. Yeah. Unbutton the pants a little bit. Have some fun. Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll go crazy.
Get comfy. Get comfy.
I mean, hey, what else we got going on? No, pause. All right.
Oh, there
We're
we
back.
go.
We're back.
Pause
We're
it.
back. We're back.
Yeah, we figured it out.
All right.
That's also the unfortunate thing. Sometimes you can be in the middle of an off-topic conversation and then it unpauses and you're like, oh, okay. All right, and this. This is don't panic.
Yeah.
After the pause,
Oh.
there's always it's called the post-pause pause, right?
Uh-huh.
Game pauses. They have a pause, and then basically what this pause is the game being like, hey, the spectator delay got messed up. We're gonna, pause you.
Oh.
So you can figure it out.
Okay.
And, that's what it is. That's what happened.
You know what? You just gave me so much information right there. I really appreciate that. I was just a little bit looking at a couple things like what did I do? So we're good. We're fine.
Yeah.
We're
It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing if you don't know what's happening. I can say that much. That is definitely the case.
Yeah.
Because League spectator client is notorious for not doing its job.
I feel like what's a good spectator client in a video game? I don't even know, because I feel like most of them pretty booty. I don't know many of them that are like
They're pretty. Yeah. Let me think. I guess the first. I feel like, you know what? I think I don't watch a lot of this game, but every time I've never seen anything bad about this game's spectators.
Okay.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Really interesting.
Yeah. Oh, they're saying go. They're looking to defend this.
Okay. Let's see what we can spectate here. The Rift Herald getting a good chunk onto the turret. Not able to quite close out the health right there, but it will fall in a couple of seconds. There it is. Wow. Oh, and the Ezo hits.
Yeah, Ruffian walking up, taking the hurt to make sure the turret goes down. Yeah. By the way, after I said that, accelerate the game comment, they've taken 4 towers.
Dang. Game. Oh, another pause. Oh no.
Okay. Dude, this is so funny. Okay, this is actually really funny. So, this is even funnier because now you get a bit of the HADL kind of explanation. A bit of a lore explanation. So, during exhibitions. And exhibitions is kind of when the captains are given a team. Where captains are basically given a team, and it's a chance for the players to kind of basically make their name before the draft. And Homotron or Valve had an incident where they paused the game, and that was whatever, right? Pausing the game is very normal. But there's basically 2 rules when it comes to pausing the game. Rule number 1: when you unpause the game, before you unpause the game, ask if the other team is ready. It is super important because it makes sure that there's no unfair advantage, right?
Right. Type in R.
In case exactly, the R. The second rule is to not pause during a team fight. Now, what you may notice now, don't pause during a fight. Technically, is the main thing. Now, what you may notice is that Ezreal is in the active situation of running away from. Now, this does constitute an interesting situation. Ezreal is not fighting Xin Zhao. He's not. He's not fighting Xin Zhao.
True.
So technically, there's no issue with pausing.
Oh man.
Especially because the pause is not Ezreal related. The pause is the jungler had the DC and reconnect because of very, very bad lag.
Oh my. Yeah. I'm tracking.
Now, we may be here for a little bit. Yeah. All things considered.
Yeah.
But hey, got to be alert, but also relaxed but alert. Right?
I'm seeing the Discord chat right here. Invite to listen along on Spotify. Under the Sea. Are they trying to throw some music up here? Is that what's going on? This is intriguing.
Hey.
I would.
What is going
down
on?
with some Disney sing along. I'll tell you right now. That would be amazing. I'm all for it. I mean, I'm more of a.
They're listening to Disney soundtracks.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, bro, Hercules, that soundtrack is so underrated. I'll just say it. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 22 years old. Hold on a second. I gotta.
Well, no, Hercules is good. I love Hercules.
Okay.
If there's anything I'm versed on, being even though it's quote unquote before my time,
Mm-hmm.
it's Disney movies.
Okay. Okay.
It's absolute Disney movies,
Okay.
if anything. Now, my taste in Disney movies is mostly newer. It's because, but like when I say mostly newer, I mean like 2010s stuff, like stuff that came out when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Specifically, The Princess and the Frog, because that has
Oh.
my favorite Disney, my favorite Disney song ever. Friends on the Other Side, because like, dude, that did Friends on the Other Side, that shit rocks. I love that song. Oh my god, they've unpaused, by the way.
Kill, death, bad, not good for the side of the blue team. They actually just got a kill in reply. We're gonna hop in, and it's gonna be a nice thing for the guy who actually just got a kill for us. Going crazy right there, and now we hit a pause again. What the heck just happened?
Yeah, the pause. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my
I was literally
goodness.
tuning into their Spotify as we were speaking so I could listen to some Disney. I'll be completely honest. I was enveloped. I was entrenched. And it looked like the blue team was still getting walloped. But no, hold on. They got 2 kills, okay? This is ridiculous. What the heck, man? What is this? Is this typical?
Yeah.
Should I be expecting this? What's going on here? What are we doing?
Every game? Probably not. But these two teams, I think it's about par for the course.
Bro, you know when you started out at a job like at a grocery store or something, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna let this guy be the one to clean off the meat grinders. He's the new boy. He's the new man. We're gonna let him work the night shift. That's what they gave me here. That's what they gave me, the meat cleaning night shift, bro. That's you know what? I'm so freaking entertained.
That's a hilarious way to put it.
I'm all about it. But also, I'm gonna act like I'm upset. Oh, okay. Are they hearing how much right now stuff is going off of my Discord? Because I hope not. I don't know what's going on. Ping.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, it's chill. Okay, all right. Hey, game is happening, huh?
Yeah, game is happening. I mean, once again, the lead is slowly building, but you know, it's taken a decent while to trying to climb itself from 6K to 7K. But on the bright side, Vhagar is sitting at 151 stacks.
Okay.
And Victor is sitting at that can't be right. That I don't think that's true.
What?
I guess, well, what I'm reading, okay, he has three of his upgrades so far. He's only missing 2. Well, he's only missing 1. He's only missing his ultimate upgrade, and that's really when Victor starts to pop off. Right after that point, it is really the build that does a boatload of work. He's hit his 2 items. You know, at this point now, Victor should be kind of a team fight terrorist.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say the word on Twitch actually.
Team fight terror. I don't know. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, terror.
It looks like, unfortunate. He's a terror, but he's getting terrified right now. Youngster Joey cleaning that one up. The arrow was kind of crazy, putting him in a chokehold. In the chokehold.
Ruffian's been on point. Ruffian's arrows have been really good. I mean, that first game was very indicative. Ruffian's locked the fuck in. Even in that quirky game where he really basically couldn't play, he was still a menace and was living till the end of these fights.
Oh man.
But Xin Zhao doesn't have smite.
I don't know. I mean, Vhagar can try to mess some things up right here. Wait, they all just peeled.
Well, that's not the issue.
Wait
it's
a second.
Team fight.
No, right. I'm with you. I'm tracking right now.
Force can't move.
Oh no, hold on. Okay, the Alistair getting be put behind enemy lines right here. Ruffian popping him off a little bit. And the Lux ult coming in, not able to take any kills yet, but now, finally, the blue team starting to fall. Red taking a couple of kills. 1 to reply for the victor. Vhagar now in danger. No, as they're switching some things around, he's going to get killed, and it's only 1 person left. The Buck hammer comes down. Ornn is the executioner on that one, and Viego now just looking at the burning remains of his team. That's a little unfortunate, my good sir, on that scene. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't get there in time. But you know what? The bright side,
Okay.
they stopped at the Baron.
Uh-huh. They didn't.
That's it.
They're not purple yet.
Yeah, they're not purple yet. It is, we're looking at the gold lead is now creeping up to 8K, which is also not great because it's just barely 7K earlier. Now it is barely 8K. Or so that's not ideal.
Not quite. Not quite.
But no, there's no but. That's just they're in a tough situation at the moment.
I was gonna say, but they're the people's
once again, they're
champ.
still kind of relying on. Yeah, but they're the people's champ. They are really relying on their AP killers to come through.
Well, AP they kind of got bodied there at that point.
Yeah, they got killed by AP.
Yeah.
For sure.
They did.
That's not exactly ideal.
One thing I said last game was it doesn't matter who starts off with the lead in this game or these games, because these teams, they can struggle to close them out. This one feels secured. I'll be real about it. It feels just about there. Yeah.
I think we're seeing a lot more snowballing come through than we expected. Is how I'll say it.
Yeah. Yeah. And good for them.
Yeah. I'm glad they've got things under control.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe a little less interesting for us, but job gets done however it gets done, right?
Hey, even what's crazy? We say it's less interesting in a bit, right? But at the same time, they're almost like keeping up with the kill per minute ratio here. There's still a lot of fights happening. It all seems very, very one-sided. But okay, blue team's gonna move a little bit over to the Baron, clear out some wards here, trying to establish a little bit of dominance with some vision, but they're kind of they're really hoping. You said before that the other team might need to turn off their monitors. They're hoping for a couple pauses.
That we're
unfair pauses. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple more unfair pauses. Oh
no. All right. Oh my. You said ruffians locked in, and man, that kind of looks like it right there.
That was him and Ball. There were a couple of maybe synergy issues, I think, in the first few weeks between Balrog and Ruffian. Not now.
No.
It felt like they were very much on the same page.
And oh man, okay. The Ornn is so tanky. He's taking everything that everyone can dish out on the side of the divers right here. He's basically walking away with nothing done with him whatsoever, but not the same can be said for our Ryu man. Unfortunately, Viego falling, and Forrest going to be soon to follow. He's going to be taken down. The green leak is going to be snapped in half. The cowbell has been rung, and that's going to be Baron. The curtain call has been called, and the funeral song has been sung, and we're looking like we're moving on here.
Yep.
Oh man, I mean,
this time pinging that's in Shao has his smite.
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Good.
And they're gonna have it under control.
I mean,
man,
yeah.
Dominating performance here from them. Oh no.
Oh gosh. Oh, that doesn't.
He took a lot of damage.
Yeah. No.
Luckily, Ezreal kind of chipping at the armor.
And I mean, hey,
barely.
If things aren't clicking for you as a team, you kind of notice like there were some problems before for like the bot synergy between Bal and Ruffian, but maybe it just takes playing a team like the Divers to kind of get your confidence up. Maybe be able to translate these things into a bit of a winning streak for themselves. Get the momentum churning. Get inside that train, and if they're able to put together performances like this, even chilling inside bushes or whatever they're doing, hey, that's good looking good for them.
Exactly. That's what they're rocking with. I can definitely see the angle there. Balrog Rog can get aggressive.
He is. He's gonna get punished so hard for it. Oh my gosh. Homotron showing a couple of those stacks coming out in the attack, but now Ruffian gonna be engaged on as well. That's two pretty big kills actually on side of the divers. Youngster Joey also in trouble, trying to get himself to safety, get one to come with him, but he's not going to be able to do that. That's all right. That's
Hubris.
a good response.
Yeah, Hubris gets the best of the Bombers there. They know they're ahead. They know they're doing well. And they're like, well, surely we can walk into these guys and basically fight them one by one.
Yeah.
Not quite. Still playing against the Veigar, right?
Yes.
And the Veigar's got a lot of AP. Is almost 500 AP. You still have to respect that, especially if you're Ruffian. And all it takes is for this Veigar to get to a point where basically you can, she can hit 1-2 abilities, hit the Q, hit the R, and then Ruffian either can't play a fight and then Ruffian kind of gets maybe cleaned up by Viego ult or Victor ult, right? And is unable to play the game from there.
True.
And that takes out one of the strongest players, period, right? This game that they've had.
Right. I mean, I feel, yeah, you had a good point with that. It feels like they have a bit more of a chance than they should, is how I'll put it at this point. Actually, no, they're already within 6K gold. They even things up quick. They were down 4 figures at one point. Five figures. There we go. And things are looking drastic, rough, but things aren't looking great yet. But there's definitely a chance.
Yeah. The lead, obviously the longer the game goes on, the harder it is to say what is a lead and what isn't, right? When you look at the items, you can kind of look at who has, when you look at the items, when you look at the gold, you can see who has the biggest leads, right? And the biggest lead is obviously in the jungle, right? Viego not even close to Xin Shao. But aside from that, Victor's got a gold lead on Ornn. Veigar's only 2K down. I mean, Ezreal's only 900 gold down. And then, Blitzcrank's 2K up on Alistar. Well, I mean, who cares? Oh.
Okay. Objective bounty claimed, but there could be another support following them as well. Leak now is being chased down the entirety of the mid lane. Gonna sacrifice himself for the sake of the team. Ocean Soul now empowering the side of the Bombers. It's so teeter-tottery. It feels like things are momentum shifting a little bit for the divers and then a little bit for the Bombers. And I mean, this is kind of what you expect, right? I don't want to, things are so less solidified than they should be. It's great.
Yeah, I was like, it feels like there are small things happening in favor of the divers, but the Bombers are so in control. They seem to be okay with, we gave up a turret, whatever, right? They're still taking what they want, how they want it, when they want to.
True.
And that seems to be the cornerstone for them. And I think if that's what they're rocking with, that's what they're rocking with, right? The only thing really it seems like they're scared of is the Veigar, right? They don't want to give the Veigar too much strength. Even on items, quote unquote, even on items with the Lux, I think the only difference is that Lux has Ornn upgrades. Here's a fun fact, actually, completely, partly unrelated, but I used to know. Well, technically, I still kind of know the Ornn item names, but ever since they made the change, that basically made it so that there's no more Ornn item names. That is like a section of my brain that I no longer can use. As it's useless now, which is unfortunate, but it's life.
It's life. That's life right there. And where there is life, there is also death. And unfortunately, Necrotic Balrog feels the grasp of the R of Tiger in the situation, having to fly out. Oh, hold on! The ult of Frog coming in there too. What is happening? 2 kills taken by the divers. 2 crucial cooldown on the side of the. Oh my gosh! Another kill too. Good reply. This is crazy. The red team falling, crumbling as we're speaking. They're getting They're leaving the door wide open. Now, onto a couple of the turrets of the inhibitors. In a situation we felt like they would not be at all. Another objective bounty being claimed too. 4K gold now is separating these two teams. But man, it feels like the throwing on the side of the Bombers is monumental. It's generational, bro. They need to be in the Olympics for freaking throwing at this point. This is insanity. I love it. Okay.
Okay, so but I like in my head I can formulate what happened, right? Balrog overextends, gets caught out. That's unfortunate, right? And then yeah, I genuinely think Ruffian got very much caught off guard by the Victor damage, right? Lost like 50%, 40% of his HP bar in like just in a second, and then got sniped by a really unfortunate Ezreal ulti. That emboldened the rest of the roster, and it's gonna happen again. Now they're looking for another fight.
Another hook, yeah, exactly. Another fight here. Going down. It looks like the red team is going to have the upper leg in this situation, but Forrest, the victor.
Oh my god.
Able to get bursted before he can burst anyone else. No, he gets the kill onto the Lux. This is crazy. Balrog falling as well. There have been so many kills recently for the divers. They're clawing themselves back. Bottom of the standings, top in our hearts. The Orn gets pulled back in as well. Green League is looking phenomenal onto this engaged champ. But as we see this, a little bit in reply. GG Turtle is not falling at all. Youngster Joey trying to keep himself as alive too. The Alistair gonna fall. The Turtle gonna get the kill onto the Viger. And that could be what cements themselves into this game. Now, the limping little walks of the divers trying to get away from the Bombers, who have turned up the amp to 11 at this point, saying that we are not going to go down in this game. We're going to take your base. We're going to take your nexus. We're going to at least take an inhibitor here. What a fight.
My god, that was so much turret damage. Yeah, that looked questionable, right? We almost saw Forrest have a hero moment.
Yeah.
Almost full just one shot. Well, almost one shot Ashe and Lux. And if that happened, I would have lost my mind. Obviously it didn't happen. They got the kill. They were able to kill Victor not before he killed Lux from beyond the grave. And you know, if it wasn't, I genuinely think if it wasn't for Valve, for Homotron having to flash out of a sticky situation a couple seconds prior, we are absolutely 100% seeing Homotron flash and ult Ruffian at some point in the fight.
Yeah.
That being said, Ruffian played it as well as he could, right? But even after getting one shot, was still impactful, was still pumping out as much damage as he could. But it was really on GGT Turtle, who was, you know, I know the plight of being a top laner who has a very, very tough game against a fucked up matchup and having to come back the next game and see what you can do.
True.
Great job in just being a unmovable behemoth against the Veigar, against the Ezreal, basically protecting your ADC.
Well said. I mean, that's the mental composure is so hard to find sometimes, but GGG Turtle is screaming that to the other team. The Forest gets chopped down before our eyes. Homotron 9000 should have had a power level over 9000, but instead they're gonna fall as well. This is the death march now happening for the Bombers as they're looking for the Nexus.
Yep, they got 2 big kills, probably on the 2 people who could actually stop them from ending the game. I don't see a way in which they get stalled for 30 seconds, barring a hero moment from Leak.
Let's go, Leak.
And Mockryu.
Make it happen. Make it happen. No, I don't think so. I think you're right. That is going to be what cements us into a game 3. GG's in chat. No pauses here. We got to pause for
man.
Yeah. There were a couple more pauses than I was used to.
Lord.
But what a game.
What a fight. What a fight.
Woo. Okay. Silver scrapes, huh? Woo. Yeah, that was crazy. That was insane. What a performance by so many different people. I think you were right when you said like the top lane coming back out in that situation where Turtle, man, the performance in game 1 was so tough. I think he had like 4 deaths close to 10 minutes or something. It was rough. Yeah. Aurelia was running all over them. But in this one, no, like the Ornn would not die. They basically had a guardian angel with them the entire time, and they were completely stuck on the map at all times. And It was great. It was great to watch that. Great to watch the honestly both games were kind of destruction for one team or the other one, which means going into this next game 3, have no idea who's gonna get the upper hand.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the most interesting series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just a very, 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 very interesting series thus far. We're going into a what is likely to be a fucking mad game 3.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, let's give a 1-0 to or yeah 1-1 now. Mad is a good way to put it. We'll see who's on which side and whatever. If you're the players right now, this is why you play in leagues like this, right? Like you are shaking, you are
Yeah,
amped
absolutely.
up. Oh yeah, you can't wait.
You're amped up.
I'm getting excited
Fucking
just looking
pumped.
at it. But pump, bro, come on now, let's go. Yeah.
Right?
I,
Exactly,
I
exactly.
think they're
That's
still
exactly.
listening.
This
Yeah,
is what you do it for.
they're still listening to Moana
Yeah.
2 right now, bro.
Huge.
Huge.
Yeah, I mean the diver vibes are they're such an interesting team because I think when you talk about vibes, a lot of people, I think at the beginning of the season there was a question where it was like, oh my god, what are the vibes of the divers going to be? Um, because people were worried it was going to be bad vibes, but I think this team has found their nook in just like kind of just these these odd, who knows what
Who
vibes.
knows what?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to see what both teams have cooking
I mean, and dude,
because Lord, yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited.
I'm just excited. Yeah, dude. Let's be real about it too. The only reason they won is because they chose Blitzcrank. That's it. There's no other analysis needed. That's
Mhm.
that's all. And any team that chooses
Yep.
Blitzcrank is gonna win. So I think that should be the highest priority for both teams, and that's my analysis. So there you go. Yeah, you're welcome. And Balrog is
Yeah.
also the best player in the league, FYI. So
Yeah, this is true. Play Blitzcrank, and that's really all he had to do to win my heart, at least.
yeah, that's it. I
I
mean,
mean,
how many games
it's pretty
exactly does
simple.
each team have in the league for a season?
There are 8 weeks, so you get 8 weeks of games,
Okay, okay.
which can be sometimes that's all some teams need, but other teams need more. And
Yeah,
that's life, ain't it?
that's life. That's how it goes. How's your team doing?
Oh, I don't play on a team. God bless. I mean, I don't
Oh,
play on a team, but I do root for the Shadows. Oh, maybe the Shadow series has actually ended. Let me see. This is about to dictate my night.
okay.
Hold on.
Wow. All right. That's big, big things to put on the shoulders of the shadows, but we'll see. I like it.
Okay. The Gunkers lost, which kind of makes me not happy, but I'm kind of. Oh yeah, Shadows popped off. They won. I'm not worried about anything
Oh,
anymore.
the Cat Boys
Life
won
is
as
good.
well. Let's go, Cat Boys. Let's go.
Yeah, our team's won. We're casting a great series.
Yeah.
It's a great night for us.
Good night.
Great night.
Great night. Good
Good
times.
night.
Good
Good night.
night. You know what? Yeah, it's a great night. Good vibes.
Exactly. The
Oh.
vibes are immaculate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, I'm popping in with you right here. Immaculate vibes. Game 3. I can't wait. I can't wait. Man,
Yeah.
I haven't really been engaged with League of Legends for a long time. I'll be honest about that.
Mhm.
It's been a while. Like I used to play the fantasy League of Legends thing, like on Sleeper League, where you could do
On
fantasy
sleeper.
SEO.
Yep.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hmm.
And so that was where my attention was garnered for a while. I used to play just like support with the boys back in the day, but dude, this might get me back into it. I'll be honest. This is not this is great.
This is pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, I play more. I think I've probably played more this season than I have in previous seasons, just because there I have and I've definitely played more in the last few months because I have a lot of friends who loved Arcane and have made the
Mm.
mistake of letting that convince them to play League.
Uh-huh.
Um, and to be fair, I did have one friend who got into League just before Arcane
Uh-huh.
came out.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
That I love how you said every person I know that plays League says it's a mistake. It's kind of tough. That's you know, But no, that's dude. Honestly, homies are the same reason I do it for sure. Like, that's it's all about the homies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any people who live by you, or is it kind of all over the map?
All over the map. All over the fucking map.
Love that.
There are a decent amount of like I have a. It's funny because a lot of my friend group, like close friend group, is just people who I met shortly after high school that went to my high school, but I just never talked to them in that
Mm,
environment. So we kind of just went from there.
mm,
But there's also plenty of friends from not Tejas.
mm. Um, Tejas, where in Tejas?
Tejas, southwest,
Oh no, I mean,
close to the Gulf.
oh okay. I my parents live in Houston. That's what I was curious.
Oh, same.
Okay, okay. It's
Sneaky side of Houston, though. Like just outside of Houston.
dude, it's so freaking muggy down there, bro. I don't understand how people could do it. Like, there's so much like humidity. It's kind of crazy to
Mhm.
me. I mean,
Yeah, it is humid as shit.
yeah. I walked
It's
out.
my least favorite thing. It's probably my least favorite thing
Mm.
about Texas
What's
in
your favorite?
general.
What's your favorite thing?
Let's see. That's a good question. Oh, Whataburger, actually. I don't know. I didn't
You
even have to
like
think about it for that
Whataburger?
long. Yes. What?
What?
I live in Texas.
Bro, I think Whataburger is so overrated. I've had it there.
See,
Oh.
here's what I'll say. I I think I was indifferent on Whataburger for a long time,
Mhm.
but I think there's something Texas does to the psyche that like even if I'm not like even if I don't like love because like there are places like okay, well, let me think about this. I probably wouldn't choose a place over Whataburger, but it's like I wouldn't choose Whataburger over restaurants, right?
Mm.
Like I would choose somewhere better than Whataburger almost every time
Uh-huh.
if it was possible,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
But if someone who doesn't live in Texas
Uh-huh.
is like, "Oh, Whataburger isn't that good," suddenly Whataburger's the best thing I've had in my life, without doubt. Um, it's instant. It's like a switch flips in my head.
I
It just happens.
dude, I don't know, man. I've had it before. Dude, are you ready to feel hellfire burning in your soul? I would
I'm
prefer
good. I'm good. I'm good.
I would prefer Burger King over Whataburger. I would. I
Okay, that is weird to me because like I would have been fine if you said like basically any other restaurant. Like you could just see my personally Whataburger isn't even my favorite fast food place. My favorite fast food place is Jack in the Box because I come from a family of potheads. So that's it's just like
a
in my
family
blood.
of potheads?
And family of potheads.
Wait,
I
so
really
like
could not. I don't think.
wait, I'm so curious. What
Mhm.
is a family of potheads
Okay,
like looking like?
family of potheads.
Yeah, like
So
does it go back to
I
grandma?
think yes, grandma. It really starts at grandma and her daughters,
Oh wow.
and then and my mom and and my
Huh.
older brother is also that's like
Huh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have not
that
been a
rocks.
part of that personally. But you know what does get me high is a ban on Kaisa, as we're gonna see here from the
Heyo.
Ayo. We're gonna see that coming out. I think the logos are switched around. We'll get that done here real quick. But Kaisa banned, kind of crazy. Wukong also in the dumpster, and this will be our first game not seeing the Lux from either team coming out here. That's
Hmm.
it's chill. That's
No
cool.
more Lux.
Yeah, no Lux. No controversy over skins. That's tough.
Yeah, no more skin controversy. God
Wow.
bless, man.
God bless. Okay. All right. Having that happen here in Ash versus Jin. First Jin pick of our couple games here. I hear that champ is good. Your thoughts?
I do hear that. Yeah, I mean, Jin, he hurts. And I think that's the main thing, right? Jin just fucking hurts.
Mm,
That's his thing. He does a lot of damage, and he does it in a way that makes life really fucking hard.
mm-hmm.
Um, It's just because he scales well. I think that's the trickier thing. He scales really well,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes him even, in my opinion, it makes him even better.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and we're gonna see
Oh,
the
another
Victor
victory.
again.
Okay. Dude, I'm so excited. I'm sorry. This is, for some people, this is like the most exciting part of League of Legends. Looking at what wacky things are gonna happen. One of my
Mm-hmm.
things I always go back to, I think it was the Unicorns of Love way back in the day when they chose Udyr, and there's a call coming from, I think it was
Yes.
Quick Shot Flash Bear Slap, bro. It hits every
Yes,
single
Flash
time.
Bear Slap. I fucking love that.
It's so good.
Oh no. Okay. So I've got to talk about the champ that was just locked in.
Hit it.
Because I didn't realize that it wasn't banned. And I think the divers made a serious fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Tahm Kench might be the strongest champion in the game right now.
It's so ridiculous. Did you see the
It
last week's game?
is very strong.
Did you see last week's game?
I casted it.
Oh,
I can. I was there.
oh, I was there when the ring was formed. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
One
Tahm
Kench to rule
Kench
them all. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is a problem. He's a problem if he can get ahead. Because he does two things very, very well.
Okay.
He beats up the other ADC,
Uh-huh.
and he protects his own ADC.
Yes.
Now, technically, he doesn't protect his own ADC until level 6.
Okay.
But doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Before level 6, he protects his ADC by killing the other ADC.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Oh no, they banned Blitzcrank! This game sucks. This game's stupid. This game's awful. I hate everything. Okay, keep going.
Surely they don't ban Blitzcrank,
Wait,
right?
why did they ban?
Because they see the Tahm Kench. So, okay, so I've got two things with this Blitzcrank ban.
Yeah.
One, Tahm Kench is almost assuredly going to support.
Yeah.
It could go to GGG Turtle in the top lane. So I guess maybe they're keeping it, maybe they're banning out supports and kind of taking that away from Balrog in case they think about sending the Kench top.
Sure.
But my number two thing is that Blitzcrank is a Tahm Kench counter. Still is.
Right. So why did they?
So
why did they ban him?
Yeah. They banned him, which seems confusing to me. Also, give me a second. I need to step away.
You're good. Hey, step away. Do what you got to do. We're chilling over here. We're gonna figure out why that game or the band came in on deck. We're gonna look at Mbesa. Okay, locking in the Noxus Chica herself. She piles on quite a bit of damage, but she's pretty difficult to pilot. So we'll see if the technical prowess of the divers can prove fruitful here. Is now on the other side of things, hovering something that we're really excited about. Maybe a Zac too, potentially. We could see that being locked in at this point. I mean, I'm honestly kind of hoping for a bit more obscure picks that we have had over the last couple of games, especially from the divers. Their team comp has been radical, one could say. But the Bombers doing some tried and true things here, picking the OP Tahm Kench, locking in the Orianna, and maybe a Taric to boot. All right. Mr. Pretty Thang out here on the deck of the Bombers, seeing if we can make that happen. Locking, and instead it's going to be the Maokai. Confident, a great pick. We saw that there was a plenty of Maokai play in the first game coming out from the support of the divers. He was doing great. We want to take that away with the Bombers and also have a strong frontliner. And instead, we're going to have Ivern. Very interesting. We're going to have Relf or Engage, I guess, but Ivern seems like an interesting pick here that I would not have expected, actually.
Yeah. Okay. We've got some things going on, huh?
Yeah, things are here. Things are here.
Yeah, things are going on. I think you're right. This is an interesting. I didn't expect Ivern. That is definitely surprising to me because coming into the draft, my assessment on Makryu's place on the team, and just I feel like the league's general assessment on Makryu's place in the team was that he's the carry guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We saw it kind of on the Talia.
Yeah.
I think we saw the attempt on the Viego, and then game 3 it seems like, well, we got it from here, man.
Yeah.
Puts him on Ivern, dude.
Yeah.
Now, Ivern, terrifying champ
Yes.
when his team is ahead.
That's kind of the thing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah.
Hey, man. They were ahead once in the series. They can do it again, right? No, I mean, honestly, that's... I don't know. I mean, maybe they're hoping they get out to an early lead. They tried for the late game comp last time, and it did not work out well for them. Did not quite pan out the way they were hoping. So maybe they're like, you know what? We'll switch things up. We'll go for early game, go for snowballing that way, and there we can really have our forest druid Ivern himself, basically the walking ent, see if he can mess some things up with him and his little buddy. I like that idea. I like that he's going to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the big thing I'm interested in seeing is if it's going to be Maokai support or Tom Kinch support.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's going to be Maokai jungle and Zac top, or so some weird concoction.
No idea.
Of those big burly guys, because there's not one of the things that I think Jin struggles the most with is because he doesn't attack a lot. Tanks high HP counts can be kind of an issue for him. Okay. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna cut through these beefy boys that have been assembled by the Bombers, or by the Bombers. I almost called them the Divers, but I got it right.
Yeah, you're good. You got it. We gotta make it happen.
It's gonna be Tom Top.
Okay. And yeah, Tom Top. All right, Turtle trying to follow up on his phenomenal performance from the last game, making that happen here, and like that. I like that. We're having that, and then yeah, it's gonna be Zac in the jungle, and a couple other things. Ambesa is gonna be in the top lane against the Tom Kench, which could be interesting. Ambesa versus Tom. How you feeling about that matchup right there?
I think Tom, as with most matchups, I think Tom absolutely makes life miserable for Ambesa.
Tough.
They saw kind of the performance Turtle was able to put on the Ornn, and they said, all right, now we're going to give you a tank that does a lot of damage. But Forest has kind of been locked in so far this series. Definitely. Even though the Victor game didn't have a greatest start, towards the middle, the late end of the last game, was causing some genuine issues for the squishier carries of the Bombers. So maybe he's like, hey, I'm going to put more pressure on these carries. I'm sure maybe we won't see the big bursty Ambessa, but rather something that can do more bulky damage.
Oh, and by the way, right here, as we're talking, have a little bit of downtime. Make sure Bear is posting it into the chat here on Twitch. Check up the 1-Up on Cancer leak that he is posting there. This is just an amazing cause for some people dealing with that right here. It's a non-profit powered by gamers. And it is something that is dealing with something that so many families have been hurt by, cancer. So please make sure, click on the link that Bear is posting. Smash the bell, as our EJK has said. But make sure that you are signed up here, checking things out for a good cause. Might as well.
I just have some cancer. Fuck cancer is the easiest way to put it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, let's make that happen. And it's tough. I know that some people have said some things recently. I know that there's supposedly maybe a vaccine out in Russia. It's a bit more experimental. Who knows? What could be happening over there? But if we continue to support nonprofits like this one, maybe that could even become more of a reality than it is right now. Make that stuff happen. So, yeah. And you know what? Let's be real, man. A lot of people use video games who struggle with that kind of thing as a place to feel welcomed and belonged, because a lot of gamers are very welcoming and good at making people feel like they belong. And let's have you guys join those ranks. But as we're saying that, we got a 3-minute time to hang out, enjoy ourselves, get ready for an absolute banger of a Game 3 right now. Make sure, just like before, get your pee breaks in, get your water filled up. Make sure that you are hydrated and ready to watch some people dehydrate on the screen, as we're going to hop into what could be the best game of your life. You don't know. Maybe it won't be, but it could be, and you should be here to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling, Val? You got any hydration next to you?
I do. I have like a fourth of a bottle of sweet tea, and I also have a fourth of a bottle of water.
Dude, that's a lot of sweet tea. You are so from Texas. That's so Texas.
I am very much from Texas. That is very Texan. We'll die over Whataburger, even though I don't like it that much, and I've got a bottle of sweet tea. What more could you ask?
I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, that's good. No, that's good stuff right there. I mean, I've never been a sweet tea guy personally. But I can't talk. I like diet stuff all the time, bro. That's my thing. I love diet sodas. Sometimes even more than regular soda. So each their. Everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you? Okay, for me though, my favorite drink, Martinelli's sparkling cider. Can't beat it in my opinion. Like that stuff, bro. When a holidays come around, that's what I'm looking forward to. A little bit of a toast with a Martinelli.
Obviously my first choice in any capacity is like sweet tea. But what I found is that no sweet tea that's made taste is like no, I guess company sweet tea is the word I'll use. Brand sweet tea tastes as good as just like sweet tea that you can make.
Wow.
But
yeah.
Which in turn makes my favorite drink, kind of brand drink, the Minute Maid pink lemonade.
Ooh.
I fucking love that. I love that stuff.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
I could drink just that for a really long time, but
dude. Wait.
Yeah, the place I go to college has vending machines, and it's super cheap. It's my first choice every time.
It's accessible. I mean, that's if you got it right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, let's freaking go. Some people in the chat said Diet Coke is goated. That's my people. That's my people right there.
Diet Coke is really good.
It's good.
Diet Coke is really good.
It's good. I prefer Diet Coke. All right, dude. Hot takes. Here we go. We're hopping in right now. So, Diet Coke is better than regular Coke, but I think that Yeah.
I know Diet Coke is good, right? And I'm one of those people who I can step away from my personal interests and like acknowledge that something's good, because I'm not a brown soda person. I can't taste the difference. If I had to guess, like if you blindfolded me and then put like a can of Dr. Pepper, a can of Coca-Cola, and a can of Pepsi in front of me, I couldn't tell you the difference. They all taste the same, right? But I understand. But I understand why people love it, because they rock. I understand people like it, and I don't think people would go as crazy over it if it was bad. If it was actually bad. Now, it took me a really long time to get on the Coke train.
Okay.
But I think I got around. I got around eventually.
Dude, I am a firm believer that Pepsi is better than Coke. Firm believer. I think it's fact at this point. And
really?
Yeah.
Just in general, or like regular Pepsi's better than regular Coke?
Mainly in general. I'll be real about it, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you ready for some hot drink takes?
Honestly,
yeah.
You might be the first person I've ever met that likes Pepsi more than Coke.
Dude,
like just in general.
It's so much better. It just tastes better. It's sweeter. It's nicer. It's something I could take home to my mom and she'd be proud of me for it. I'm telling you right now. But I will say, wait 1 sec. By the way, I gotta say. wait. Hold on. I'm gonna put this out here. You guys are. There's fighting happening. Tom Kench is giving a little bit of a tongue lashing. I will say that a lot of you guys are all aboard the Whataburger train. I think you should be pushing more for Raising Cane's, bro. Raising Cane's is crazy good.
Okay. Raising Cane's is crazy good. Side note, you need to swap the logos.
Oh, thank you.
And the names.
Thank you.
The soft sides. But here's what I'll say about Raising Cane's. It's about range to me, right? Okay. Raising Cane's is in places that aren't, like, I know people in Minnesota who are obsessed with Raising Cane's. Which to me is like, okay, you've got Cane's, right? Cane's is widespread, right? I can't claim Cane's. It's not. Whataburger's good, but what makes me die for Whataburger is that it's Texan, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Whataburger was just a place,
Uh-huh.
if Whataburger was just like, if Whataburger was like in like not
Yeah.
in the South, like it was just a willy nilly everywhere, then
Uh-huh.
I would die for it. But
Dude, okay.
you know,
People,
it's Texas.
this is the sexist. Sexist. This is
It's
the most I've seen the
Texas,
chat popping
Texas.
up. Oh, I thought you said it was
Yeah,
sexist.
I think the thing the influx is that I think a lot of people who were playing their game. This is the only game 3 of the night, so a lot of the teams that were playing their series have now tuned in to the stream. Dude,
Dude,
Brandon, whoever Brandon is, Brandon, you're my favorite fucking person in the
I agree
world.
with Brandon.
'Cause I've
Brandon's
been
got
waiting
some
for
dope
this.
takes, bro.
Brandon is correct.
I agree that
Brandon has some
the
dope.
only good thing
takes,
about
dude.
In-N-Out is its price. I'll just be real about it. Like, that's it. That's it.
Mhm.
You cannot have their food without animal style. Speaking of animal style, they're going a little bit crazy in the jungle right now, but nothing too much happening right there. Hold on, going in a little bit with Maokai. Popping it back a little bit. Half frog in a dicey situation. Able to get out scot-free, though. Now, back to the important situation.
Yep.
I'm going to say, Raising Cane's, okay? People are saying it's carried by the sauce. I agree. But the same thing is true about Chick-fil-A. You don't see people getting on them about that. It's the sauce is what matters the most, and it's so good. I'm just saying.
Here's what I'll say. I give Cane's this. Cane's fries. Cane's fries are not like great. I think I'm privileged because my Cane's just makes good fries, right? I don't know what it is. I think my Cane's actually makes good fries.
Sure.
But I think their chicken, the skin on their chicken is super flaky, which I love. I know that's a preference thing. The bread, it's Texas toast, right? If there's something I'm gonna ride for, you know what I mean? It's Texas toast. I'm not gonna
It's got
just
the
on
word
Texas
Texas
toast.
in it. That's all your thing.
And,
That's your thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love, I love
hold on. Do you love
flavor. I love
Gangs
garlic
from
bread.
Zoc? Is Zach right here? Hold on a second. I love it, and they're going to be slammed into one another. But Ivern coming in to save the day. Necrotic Balrog trying to push things up just a little bit. But Ruffian might get first blood right here. No, going to get stunned up with a reply. So much is happening, but no one has a single kill yet.
Wow.
Absolute insanity. They're not coming out on top. No one here is Raising Cane's. No one is first place at this point. We're going to see when the dust settles who can get that spot. But we'll see. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And yeah, Cane's is so good.
It's so good. So is Popeyes, by the way, too.
Popeyes. I think it has its Popeyes is probably Popeyes isn't my favorite chicken place, but my favorite chicken place is I think it's Houston specific. If you
Brandon said Panera
I don't know.
Bread needs to be offed.
This is also that feels so random.
Oh, I love
but
it.
I back that. Once again,
I love
Brandon
it.
hasn't missed on an opinion yet. Oh, flash on.
Okay, flash down. Hold on. The Tom Kent we talked about in the pregame. And he still has so much survivability, but Balrog not going to be the same for him. Diver is going to be taking the first blood in this one, knocking off the rest of the last game and putting themselves in a good lead here. Honestly, just a great kill onto the carry of Jin, too, so that's going to be substantial.
Oh, they were looking to threaten Ruffian there.
The chat just cares about food takes right now. This is amazing.
I hate, and you know what? That's real. Until that's real. Because what I was gonna say, I don't know. Maybe Memer6 has heard of this because I also know he's in the same general area. Hertz.
Oh, hold on a second.
Hold
on a second. Oh, that's gonna be a kill off Forest, but I think it's gonna be replied upon immediately to here. Now we're starting to kick things off. A lot of the food talk has gotten these players hungry. They want some din here pretty soon.
Yeah,
they're making some excursions happen.
They want some. Yeah, I mean they've been locked into League of Legends games. I know for the EST players, they've been playing since 8 o'clock. It's 10:30.
Wow.
I think me and you are privileged, right? We're not EST. You're MST.
I'm
right?
MST. You got it. You nailed it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. You got it. We're not quite super early and everything, but I still got time after this to hit the gym up or make some spaghetti for myself or something.
Right.
Really chilling. Okay. Ooh, good damage. Put on from Homotron here. All right, I think we're reset.
Homotron.
Dude, people are still in there.
Dude, they're still fighting.
I love it. This is my favorite.
Oh,
Hold on. And you know what? Speaking of fighting
kill.
right now, Homotron flashed over the wall, but she's going to be
Ooh.
met there by a Tom Kench and Ruffian taking the kill right there. She's had a rough one this series, I'll be honest. And that's kind of
Yeah,
indicative right
aside
there.
from even in the Lux game was kicked off by getting basically camped by Joey,
Mm.
right? Could not breathe. Dude, okay, Brandon, I'm sorry. This is so random. Brandon had another great take with Subway. I do think people who hate on Subway do kind of like, I feel like they put too much onus.
Like,
You
bro, you
decide
made
what's
this
on the sandwich,
sandwich.
right? Bro, you made the sandwich. Brandon is
Oh,
going.
I love it.
But yeah, wow.
Oh,
Long range, by the way.
long range. Yeah, hey, tanking
Ruffian's
it.
up, by the way, Ruffian on the Ash again, Balrog on the Maokai again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, everybody else on new picks.
Yeah,
But I
true.
think Ruffian's been locked in. I feel like Ruffian has not had a bad game yet. I think it's fair to say he
No.
hasn't had a bad game yet this series.
No, not at all. No, like he's been at the forefront of his team doing super well
Mhm,
and on these situations. Even when
mhm.
they had a bad game the first one, like I think you pointed out in the Corkins,
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
popping off. Yeah.
Was
Uh,
popping off, was making things hard.
whoa. They just said Jimmy John's overrated. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I love Jimmy John's. I'm
Ooh.
a big Jimmy John's guy. So that's a little tough for
Yeah,
me.
I'm also a big Jimmy John guy. I got to pause.
I gotta pause as
There was
well.
a pause and there was a pause and an immediate unpause. Oh, because there
What?
was there was a fight. I think they paused during. Yeah,
They
holy
did.
shit.
They
They
did.
paused
Yeah.
during the top gank.
Oh, that's all chatted right
Dude,
there. That's
I'm
getting all chatted.
sick.
Oh man.
I'm
Oh.
sick, man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a little unfortunate. Hey guys, whenever we focus on the combat of the game, things like that happen. We gotta a little unfortunate. Okay.
Wow, dude.
Oh, good night.
This is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it looks like we're just playing
Um,
on. I thought there'd be a bit more controversy after that went down, but there
I
nothing
mean,
happened.
hey, it was a pause, instant unpause, and I think the issue with it was that it like Forrest lived because of it.
Oh,
Basically,
oh,
I
hold
won't
on.
say. Oh, this
Oh,
is what I'm talking
she
about.
got spit underneath
Clearly
the. No,
losing.
that's no. Oh, the ult too, and this is
Oh,
gonna be. Oh,
playable
this
if
is
she gets her
barely
shield
survive.
back.
No way! No
Oh,
way! What a kill!
Forest,
No
Forest,
way!
Forest,
Oh my
Forest. Let it
gosh!
be known. Pause be damned. Forest has also had a pretty nuts series.
Whoa!
Forest outplayed the shit out of that.
That was crazy! Are you kidding
That
me?
was clean.
That was so clean.
Forest has had a pretty nuts series.
Bro said, "Get out of my
And
swamp, bro. I'm gonna send you back home to
get,
Louisiana." My goodness.
get out of my
Get
country.
out of my
Send you back to
country.
Louisiana. You
That was
damn catfish.
Oh my gosh. Bro, what I mean, you weren't the only one thinking he was going to die the entire time, right? I mean, or I wasn't the only one
Mhm.
thinking that, right? Like,
Uh,
oh my god.
I thought he was pretty cooked. You know, and
Yeah.
Turtle even got one of the things that I think some people don't know about Kench is that if the Q after he eats you is undodgeable if you just wait
Mm-hmm.
for them to be naturally
Mm-hmm.
spit out, right? You could just buffer it. And I thought that was going to be it. That plus the turn shot, it was tough, right? Got to walk away, and then the W came through. I was like, okay, yeah, there's no shot. As something tells me Green League wants to go in on this, but they might not. They will
Maybe
not.
not. Okay, yeah.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
No. No.
So,
Okay.
oh,
Oh, wait, hold
oh,
on.
whoa, whoa,
Hold
whoa,
on.
whoa.
Okay, the Ivern really trying to push the advantage here. Ruffian popping an ult in reply, hopping over the ledge right there,
That
getting to
was
safety.
threaded the needle too.
Mm.
That's an insane ult squeezed in between everybody. Dr. Pepper's a barbecue.
But goaded.
But goaded. I mean, hey.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna say a barbecue Pepsi doesn't sound that bad. Well, here's what I'll say. I don't know. I think I'm indifferent on that one as we've got another fight up
Yeah,
in
it
the
looks
top
like Turtle
lane.
might be falling
Here it is
again.
again.
Gonna be
He has
swallowed
the
up,
E.
spit back out. Oh, he does have the E, and it's gonna be enough to get Forest.
Oh!
No, Forest. They tried to really push their advantage, but they're going to get taken down this time. Now, switching to the other side of things, Maokai going to Roots Green leak up in the situation. Necrotic Balrog getting himself out of dodge, but no, what an engage coming out from the blue team. The Bombers are pushing themselves, exploding over the other team. My goodness gracious, what a fight from them, and it's still going. Youngster Joey trying to fight these Void Grubs for hang on to bare life right there. What a crazy, crazy fight that ends up with the Bombers coming out with a 5-3 lead.
Joey going back in, basically as a, of course, he has the, not done yet.
Oh my goodness. Ha Frog is in danger. Stock going down. That's the Smash and me calling it a stock. But the stocks are plummeting right now. Stocks
That's
are
real though.
Yeah. They're plummeting right now for the.
Wait.
Whoa!
Oh my.
Ruffian!
Yo, can we talk about being locked in? I'm being so real.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Man, the things.
C-champ, kill champ.
Oh, wow. Ruffian is on one right now. Just disgusting play coming out from him. Like, there's a reason they put him back on this champ, man. Chica, sorry.
No, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But, like, it's insane to make that happen, and this is crazy. There was like no kills for the first 5 minutes of the game, but now things are just snowballing out of control. I do not normally enjoy all the time watching the top lane. Hold on a second, but I do enjoy seeing pauses sometimes. Yeah. Another pause. A game crash in reply.
This time a game crash. This time it's a real pause.
Oh
this time it's a good pause.
What is happening? What a series. Oh. PC problem team, we need upgrades. Bear, please fund. Ugh. Wow.
I think someone should check in on Forest after this series, I think.
Hey, you doing all right there?
You
doing okay?
I think Forest may need a bit of medical attention after the series for one reason or another. I think having a great series for what it's worth, right? Had a tough game too, but was kind of came alive for the end of it, but I just kind of back at it for game 3. But now here's the scary thing for this lane. I don't know if
game pause.
Pause. I don't know if Ambessa beats Tom Kench. I guess we're about to find out, right? But Tom Kench has the ult.
Yeah. They can get out of that, dude. The tankiness of Tom Kench, I don't know, man. I can never count it out. I'll be real about it. I mean, especially when Turtles piloting like this too. Like they got outplayed at the beginning, but since then they have really done so good at swallowing Ambessa and spinning her back out to take advantages here. But hold on, there's an ult in the top lane too, but there's a fight going on in the bot now. Full Metal taking the tail onto Jin.
Whoa!
It looks like, oh my gosh, both people in the top lane have slivers of health left, almost dying in this moment situation. Keep going. What's up?
I was just I got surprised because see, this is why directed camera makes me very whoa!
What? Yo! Bro, this is the Forest from the Grim Tales everything. This is a blood-thirsty, hungry Forest for kills. Are you kidding me right now? My goodness gracious.
Jesus.
You normally associate nature with peace, but Forest is all about unleashing the beast. Whoa.
Yeah, bars. Dude, Forest, that reminded me of the Irelia game. The way he just like leaves, just flies through the wave, gets out, and then almost just dashes out to safety. The turret there having to pick up the kill on the back end. But that's kind of what caught me off guard is that when the camera took us away from the top lane, Tompkins was very ahead in HP.
Yeah. Very much
so. When we came back and they were even, I'd even say Forest was winning.
Yeah.
I was very confused. But my sounds of shock were there. And then obviously Forest comes out with the trade. My issue is that at this point, to me, I feel like when Tom Kench is the tank, right? Trading is good for him, right?
Yeah.
He's not the one who's kind of based, whose strength is based on kills. He can be down, but as long as he gets those tank stats, he's going to be strong. Whereas Ambessa kind of needs to go 1 for nothing. He needs to win these trades definitively. He doesn't need draws.
How do you feel about Dr. Pepper being barbecue Dr. Pepper? Wait, sorry, excuse me.
Hmm.
Yeah. That Dr.
Dr. Pepper
Pepper.
being barbecue Pepsi.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I think it's a very accurate take. I think it's a very. Hold on a second. Speaking of accurate takes, it looks like one of these people might fall to the depths here. Full Metal being taken out. That's going to be a shutdown gold on Mbesa too, but she's going to be shut down herself in reply. Youngster Joey on a killing spree. Now, the divers trying to take the dragon right here, see if they can make this happen. And there's just a little bit of a time window. There's they can close things down, and it's going to be Hot Frog taking the ocean drake in the situation. Youngster Joey hopping over the wall, going to be into his little blob situations there too. Taken down. Good kill
Hmm.
on reply for Homotron there. She kind of needs it so she can start stacking stuff up for the late game. That's a good situation
Yep,
now.
yep, yeah.
Yeah. But now.
That was a pretty solid win for the kill.
Mhm.
But about the Pepsi, right?
Oh yeah.
Hold on, let me
Thank
think
you
about
so
this.
much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's weird because I wouldn't say so. I think that not that
Ooh.
I completely disagree. I think the take is correct, but only because you can literally marinate a steak in Coke,
Mm. Mm.
right? Which seems like the
Interesting.
most Texan thing for me to say at this very moment. But
You're not wrong.
um,
You're not wrong. I mean, you could
but
definitely. Yeah.
like you can. So I wouldn't exact. I guess maybe. I guess strictly in terms of flavor, I agree. But to me, like Dr. Pepper's very smoky. Um,
They're calling
but
you out so hard in chat.
thanks, thanks, Praetorian. Thanks. If no one's,
Oh, that's
but
beautiful.
yeah, um, so I think Coca-Cola makes me think of like a barbecue, but in
Mm.
terms of strictly flavor, yeah, I would say Dr. Pepper is basically just like a barbecue flavored Pepsi.
And
Yeah,
then in its own
I
like
agree with that.
separate category is Mountain Dew. I would say Mountain Dew is just like it's unlike other tastes, but still really good. I my personal favorite though, and this
Mount,
is go ahead, please. Your input is very
well, I was gonna
valuable.
say Mountain Dew's like my Mountain Dew's like energy drinks for people who don't want to get addicted. Is that fair to say?
I would say so if they didn't come up with an energy drink themselves, because they got Game
Fair
Fuel
enough.
hopping on there. But I see where you're
Oh
coming
right,
from.
yeah, gamer failure, yeah.
hmm hmm
Yeah, you're right.
But
I didn't
like,
think about that.
I maybe that could be like it's kind of like the nicotine patch before the nicotine. The nicotine patch is Mountain Dew itself, and then they branched out into the nicotine. Yeah. So I see where you're
Yeah,
going
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
I
The
mean,
drunk uncle of Brandon. Brandon might be onto something with this
the
one.
drunk
This,
uncle of Sprite. I love this person. Wow.
this is what a take as
Uh,
their see. This is okay. This is what was happening in the in game one as well. Balrog and game two. Balrog is very good at being proactive and making things happen, but Balrog is also really, really guilty of just walking into the enemy jungle and dying
uh-huh.
for no reason.
Yeah.
No Drake is up.
True.
Drake is enough for another 2 minutes. Baron isn't up. You're walking to the enemy Drake's side
hmm
2 minutes before it's up
Yeah.
to be annoyed, but you know you're giving kills, you're giving map pressure.
hmm
It feels like really random to die in these moments.
Oh, speaking of random to die, let's see if Tom Kent can actually fall this time, or the gray
Later.
health can save him. Now, they've put so much into him, but man, he's still walking around, but he has no teammates to come and support him. GG Turtle gonna fall again. Hopefully not seeing flashes of the game one Turtle in this one. A little bit of a kill there, and I mean, you pointed
Yeah.
things out too. That's gonna be pretty important for them, but also this
Hmm.
over the last couple minutes, we've seen Homotron really actually make a bit of an impact into this game, where she was down a
Yep.
little bit out, but now she can be a bit of a factor on maybe even a win con on the side of the divers.
Definitely a win con, I think, at this point, right? The Jin and the Jin and the
Victor and Besa
of this game
Rel.
because I mean you but I think another
hold on, hold on. Here we go. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of kills happening on the screen. Shut down onto the ass. It's a huge kill. Ruffian is down. Now, soon to follow. We're going to see above the blue team. Going to be curtain called here from the Jin, but popped up in reply. Good stuff coming out from him. GD Turtle barely hanging on to dear life. He's going to pop the one again. Going to fall in this one. Necrotic Balrog, the one soon to follow. Double kill onto the Noxus Queen herself. The general is commanding her troops to victory.
So, obviously, Forest, once again, is popping off.
Yeah.
And if Divers can take away their first series win, we are going to be talking about Forest for a couple of weeks.
My gosh.
But remember, remember earlier?
Whoa.
Dude, I can't talk.
Well, yeah, dude, youngster Joey is going in again. Shut down now onto Homotron. He's barely going to live. No, it's going to get popped at the very last tick of the ignite. The light is snuffed out from youngster Joey. Now, dashing around, Maokai put himself in the mix as well. Not going to engage, though. Both of them say that there has been enough blood spilled on the grass. Never mind. There's never been enough blood. We want more. Balrog coming in, but it's going to be reversed onto the Rel right there. Now, Forrest hopping back in here. He has been an absolute beast. The difference maker on this team. He's going to be killed, though. What a shockwave reverberating throughout the minds of the divers. It is going to be Full Metal becoming the alchemist of the doom of the divers. What an amazing play coming out from that Orianna.
Full Metal alchemist.
Whoa.
Oh my. That was a disgusting shockwave.
Jeez.
So much action back to back to back to back.
Wow.
What an insane sequence, dude.
No.
Went for the one shot on Ruffian, couldn't get it with the Blitzcrank emote.
Oh, man. I'll be honest, this feels like the turning point right here. This feels where things are going to snowball out of control for the divers, the Bombers. Now, they were down, but the Full Metal jacket has been put on their backs as they are encasing themselves in what looks to be a momentum swing in their favor. I am going to say right now, this could be what propels them to a game 3 win. I'm feeling it right here. This is
just that chain of fights. Yeah. God, what I was trying to say before it all popped off is I think both teams, dude, come on. This is crazy. And oh my man.
You know, actually, I do think Dr. Pepper is the barbecue version of Coke. I see where you're coming from. Drunk uncle of Sprite, though, being Mountain Dew. I mean, maybe. I mean, anytime we talk about the game, it doesn't work out, so I felt like changing subjects. But keep going.
Right.
Keep going, great, yeah.
Well, I was thinking about the Ivern. I feel like both junglers are playing their parts to a T right now. You know, that fight where we saw Ambessa run wild felt like it was mainly propelled by Ambessa just shielding and making sure that there was no way in hell Ambessa was going to go down. And that's only going to get worse as the game goes on. And Ambessa's already pretty damn hard to kill when she's getting the proper peel and assistance she needs. On the flip side, though, you know, you really have to catch out Ruffian. You really have to catch out Full Metal, and you have to get through these big, beefy frontliners to do it. And Maokai and Tom Kinch together provide so much peel.
True.
It is fighting. They're fighting such an uphill battle.
Yeah.
But it feels like it swings back to kind of how both of these teams, how they've been drafting as well, where divers have basically been drafting for the outplayer, right? They've been drafting to basically kind of get around and play better than their opponents. And lo and behold, their thing is, well, we're kind of banking on the amount of pressure and attention that Forest provides and gets, that the other members of our team will then have the space to outplay.
Yeah.
Whereas Bombers are kind of have a more full approach. They say we have 2 carries and we have 3 kind of supporting tanks. and where they're gonna make space and peel for our carries. Period.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Speaking of making space. Oh, he pulls him.
Ooh.
He pulls him away from the Ash arrow. That's so unfortunate, but maybe it won't matter. The blue team's still chasing right here. The blue side, best side right now. Ruffian, he's going off again. Gets another kill for himself. Maybe another here too as they're fighting themselves out of a choke point. Forest, another one to drop. He's the carry on the side of the divers, but one Haw Frog taking the Maokai out and is hopping himself all over the place here too. It feels like another favorable trade coming out from them. GG Turtle will not die at all. So much is being put into him, and he flashes over the wall just in time. The Ivern ult gonna not able to take that one either. And another favorable trade coming out for the Bombers. They are just nickel and diming these fights to make sure they can come out on top. I'm gonna just call it nickel and diming. It's a bit of a nice way to put it, I'll be honest. But
it is really good. It was a great way to put it.
Yeah.
I think that was to a T. You know, the next big fight is going to be in a minute. Joey's looking. I was like, Joey. I feel like he sees an angle.
He did. He sent it. The dude full sends, bro. You got to respect it. You got a full send.
He does full send.
Ooh.
Oh, League is in a bad position.
Okay, but the Maokai, man, Maokai has been so good.
Frog flashed the ult.
No, Forest. Hold on. Ruffian could go down. No, just a little bit. The full Mbesa challenge is going to fall. We talked about in chat, full lethality and Mbesa into 3 tanks is kind of rough. It was mentioned by you guys, and we're seeing right there, it wasn't quite enough.
Yeah.
8 and 8 right now.
Yeah.
Onto that is kind of insane.
8, it is a tough game, right? 8 and 8 is the epitome of I am doing my best to get kills, but often trading his life to do so. Forrest is having a hell of a game, but I think Porkchop made a great point, right, with the full lethality and Bessa, because I think it's very indicative of what the game plan is. Mbessa, at no point in any of these fights has Mbessa been auto-attacking these tanks.
Yeah. True.
Never at all the goal. And I think that's kind of just that maybe it's a reminder of Forrest to himself when he's saying, if I'm hitting a tank, I'm doing something wrong. Right? Yeah. I think that's why we're the ult is being used as kind of a lockdown tool rather than an engage tool, right? We don't really see the ult get used until later in the fights to kind of clean up. The issue is that it is Frog and Homotron are not strong enough to stop all of Bomberz basically turning around and dealing with Forest.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like a good example was in the Forest fight, in the jungle fight. We saw basically Zach and Tom Kinch occupy the entire backline while they took care of Mbessa. Dude, there is so much vision over here. They know they're on it, though.
They do. Are they
shifting
here?
Mbessa has TP. Tom Kinch doesn't.
Okay.
But Tom Kinch is walking away.
It looks like
they have to back up.
They do? Okay. That's going to be a win out of the divers right there. They're going to get a bit of more map positioning than they had before. Good stuff from them, warding them off. Things are getting a little dicey for them, but it's not fully out of their control yet. They can still make some things happen. I think you had a great point where things are just not really coming to fruition here with the Mbesa. Maybe the win call we mentioned before of the Victor can be what really propels them ahead. Forrest now walking into so many wards at that point.
So many wards.
Oh my gosh. Trying to get a little bit.
For what it's worth.
Oh, Youngster Joey full sends again. Oh, man. What an X Factor the guy is. And no, hold on a second. Are we on the other side of the alphabet? The X Factor falls right here. Droplets now are being dealt with. The TP onto one of them, though, to try to save his life a little bit. Joey now finally falls. The shutdown gold being put onto Jin. Now, both the teams on other sides of this little dicey situation. Get a nice healing there. Nice sustain out of the divers. Forrest looking hungry, trying to engage. But the peel you talked about before is so good from the Bombers. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I think Forrest. I don't know what Forrest is doing. I'm gonna. Oh!
Oh! What a crazy engage! Hide and seek the green leak. No, he's leaking out the wrong side. And unfortunately, Mbesa is going to be taken down in reply. And that's going to be possibly another falling.
Oh.
Could this be the doom of the divers here? Shutdowns on to the full metal. But in the reply here, we're going to have Mbesa already taken down.
Wow.
The Ash is taking Ha Frog with her. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. What an
Jesus
engage out of
Christ.
Leak. No one seems ready for
Green
it though.
Leak. Yeah, I was about to say Green Leak had a beautiful engage, but I think Ambessa was slowed probably by either Maokai Sapling or Ash. Period. Right, Ash in general,
Yeah. All right.
and just didn't have a chance.
Uh-huh.
I was literally wow.
I think that's gonna be it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's gonna be Baron falling. I think
No, they're looking to fight it. Forrest is TPing in. Oh my god!
Whoa.
Forrest?
Oh, so close. Forrest now.
Oh my god!
Trying to take out youngster Joey. Both of them. Wait, this could be a crazy fight for the divers. What an engage. Forrest gets a triple kill. It could be the quadra. GG Turtle trying to make something happen to reply. The shutdown now coming out for him. But what a crazy engage. I swallowed a Ritz. The team swallowed Tom Kench. Oh man, he's still surviving.
Tom Kench
What
isn't
a
dead yet.
crazy play from him. No way. This champ is not okay.
What? Yeah, that wasn't okay. Forrest is a goddamn maniac.
Whoa.
Forrest is a maniac for that engage. Took away 3 of the Barons with that engage. But remember earlier in draft when I was talking about how stupid this Tom Kench champion is?
Yeah.
In a 1v3, it's not happening.
Bro.
And there was another thing I talked about in draft where it was Jin doesn't do that great into tanks, right?
Yeah.
Which meant that the onus was on basically the onus was on Victor, right? Kind of on Ambessa, but you know, Ambessa not super great.
Yeah.
Victor built Burst.
Okay.
So the only person who can really put the hurt on these tanks is Jin.
Victor. Oh, Jin, yes. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. It looks like Green Leak is getting the hurt placed onto them as well. Oh, man. If they could take Balrog out here, that could be pretty good for the divers. But he flashed out of the situation now. I cannot trust that
Turtles
this guy is going to die anytime.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Joey putting himself into the fray.
Forrest on the back.
Oh my gosh, Forrest again, trying to save things for his team, but not able to kill anyone yet. Joey gets dodged out of the situation. The quick feet of Forrest.
Oh my god!
Forrest is an insane player. The 11 kill Mbesa is trying to make something happen, but she's gonna fall. The YOLO jungler of Joey is gonna make it so that the divers are snuffed out of the game. That's gonna be the drag and possibly their nexus. Whoa.
They've got 44 seconds. Turtles got the Baron. They've got 6 grubs. They've got a shit ton of tower damage.
Oh, that's another kill right there. Just mopping up the rest of the mess. It's
looking over in a certified banger. 51 kills, 33 minutes.
Oh. What a game. The Bombers are able to stave off the bottom team of the divers. They put up an amazing fight. Forrest did everything he could, but in the end, the full metal jacket was placed on by the ruffian.
Wow.
And that's going to cement the Bombers with their first win here in the league.
What a fucking game. I don't even know where to start. You know what? We didn't do this last stream. Do you want to pull one of the Bombers players in for a interview?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You know what? Let's see here. Who we want? I mean, youngster Joey was
here. I was just gonna ping him and say,
let's make it happen. Let's get that post interview here. My goodness. What a game!
My goodness.
Hey, Bear, thank you for posting it. Everyone, make sure you check out One Up on Cancer here, too. Make sure we get that happen. What the heck was that? 51
That
kills.
was
Almost
crazy.
1.5 kills per minute, by the way. Just an
Hell no, not
FYI.
me.
And
Okay,
that was without any
we're getting
kills.
youngster Joey.
Let's go. That was without any kills happening in the first 5 minutes, by the way. Hey there,
Yeah,
youngster
welcome in,
Joey.
youngster Joey.
What
Welcome
the
in.
heck is
Hey,
wrong with you?
everybody.
Congratulations on your first win.
Ooh, man, boy, has it been a turmoil-filled start to the season, but that felt good.
Wow. Wow, wow,
Yeah,
wow.
how do you? I'm just gonna just open with how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How was the series? Just talk me through how you're doing.
I think in general, it feels really good to see the week over week improvement we have. Like I know there's the between myself and the team that was drafted this 50-50 mentality, but to be able to say, hey, this is what we messed up on last week, or this is what we messed up on the previous game. This is what we need to learn from it. I've definitely not been a part of a team that has not played together at all previous to this. One of my initiatives going in was drafting people who I haven't played a lot with. Turtle was the one exception. We're able to sync really well, and we have a good mix of fun but also honesty. It's been a great experience.
Huh. All right, and I appreciate that. So, what would you say adds in to your, let's say, aggressive play style? Where do you think that comes from?
I think for me, the aggression comes from both wanting to make sure that we're able to extend leads, but the bigger piece of it is when leads start to fall behind. I am definitely not going to be one that stands around and gets slapped around and watch it fall apart behind me. Like we saw that in, I guess it would have been the Elise game specifically, where we actually had a pretty
Yeah.
decent early game. I felt like we were in a
Mhm.
really good spot. I made some sacrifices to get mid lane ahead specifically. And then we just had some blunders to where, okay, at this point, just let all hell break loose and we're going to find our way in.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
think we have a lot of mechanical players to where as the chaos is happening, as long as we're on the same page, I think we have the skill to be able to outplay things, but that obviously the synergy and being on the same page is just the biggest piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this because I felt like this was kind of the first series. I think he had a great series last week, but Ruffian was in for what felt like all three of these games. He was just on point. How much does that kind of help keeping things on lock
I
when
mean,
these games are going the way they do?
when your first round pick is stepping up and being the first round selection that was needed, that obviously is going to go a very long way. I think some of the key pieces, and you're going to see this typically from any, I'd say, mid laner or ADC, to where when the vibes are going good, they're going to capitalize on that, right? And so that's where, in Ruffian's sake, when we're able to play around him, he's able to get comfortable picks at win lane, we're able to snowball correctly. You're able to see that confidence really flourish. And I think
Yeah.
I talked about it a little bit in the post draft interview to where being able to select players that are able to support that type of play style is really what this looking to do. You have Turtle, who's an ex ADC, who's going to play those weak side tanks for the most part, create the spacing that's necessary. You have Full Metal, who hard carried game three, genuinely one of the
Yeah.
MVPs of this series.
Yeah,
But
had some
still,
crazy real.
like, obviously, you don't have the comms from that perspective. But every time Ruffian's looking to make a play, it's not where can I ball the Zac to get an ultimate or the Maokai. It's how can I ball Ashe to ensure we're able to keep pushing this fight forward. So everyone really just understands, okay, how do we win this game? And then empower our carries to actually do that.
So now, since this is your guys' first win in the league, you guys have been kind of playing from a bit of a deficit before and using that to fuel you going forward. How would you want to try to make it so you momentum swing this win into a snowball effect for the rest of your team?
I mean, realistically, looking at the rest of the league, very low bar. We're going to stomp all of them. But
Oh, all right.
genuinely,
Ooh.
we're going through the ceiling, right? We started 0-2. We lost 2-1. Now we won 2-1. Next week's an easy 2-0. I don't even know who we play, but easy 2-0. As we continue this ramp up season, I know there are some memes about the ramp up period for the divers, but truly you are just watching the Bombers get better and get better and get better. And I
Ooh.
genuinely think that's probably the rest of the league's nightmare, as once we find our stride, we're coming for the top.
Dang.
Now, I love that. All right, I'll do one more question about the other side. You guys, obviously, the divers, there's a lot of stigma around the divers, but this game, there is one diver on the opposite side that I feel like has to go mentioned at least a little. What, especially in games 1 and 3, what were kind of the comms like around the Ambessa, around the Irelia, and even late game against the Victor? How was kind of playing around Forest on the enemy team? Was it difficult? Was it kind of like a, oh shit? Where was that? Where were the vibes on that?
Going to the Irelia pick specifically, it wasn't even necessarily like a team fight communication happen. It was just got so far ahead early. We were like, okay, this is going to be a problem. How can we find a win con elsewhere? So we knew that was just going to be probably unmanageable. So that was just really good prowess to force laning in the top lane. Differently in game 3, to your point, those team fights were just insane. The amount of angles that the Ambessa was able to find, especially around the Baron angle,
Yeah.
it was something that once we again were able to learn even mid game. Once an Ambessa does something well, or any player does something well, we probably should do what we can to make sure that doesn't happen again. So we got our hand slapped, we got slapped on the wrist, and every fight we're marking the Ambessa to say, okay, where is the Ambessa? Because if we forgot about her, it definitely could have changed the game.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. I wanna ask you one final one. I appreciate you coming in here, Val, inviting you in. You seem like one who's good at talking trash, adding a little bit extra to it. So I wanna try to volley you something here. Who is the most overrated team in the league, and who's the most overrated player?
Oh man, you really put me on the spot. Everyone's already targeting the Bombers. What I would say in terms of the most overrated team, I'm going to go out and say specifically, I'm going to say the Shadows. I think
Dude, come
Ooh.
on.
I think
Come
Ooh.
Duolingo
on.
is a great player, right? An absolute great player. I want to give full credit there. I think you're going to see the hype around unkindness. We all understood that's going to have a lot of prowess into the top lane, especially where you have some off roll in that position as well. But genuinely, I think they're benefiting just from hitting their stride early, and that's what you're seeing it. Once the teams you're starting to see this ramp up happen, I think it's going to be really hard for them, even with a support going 0-10 on their side, to be able to close out games. In terms of a player that's the most overrated, I'm going to give that probably to Less Force. I think to me, and I wrote about this.
Ooh.
I wrote a little bit
Yeah.
about this in the article, and I want to separate the reason why. I think Les Force is a great jungler who every game is going to find an opportunity to get themselves ahead. But in the competitive side of things, guess what? That doesn't always translate unless you have a
Dang.
team that actually empowers that, right? If you're not making your team better around you, you're probably not going to succeed. So that is how I'm going to justify that.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I like it. Hey, I like it, man. Some
I
people
love
in
it.
the
That was
chat are
great answer.
they're feeling it. Oh, that was an amazing answer. That was awesome.
That
Hey,
was a great. That was a great answer. That's not honestly. That's not who my answer of most overrated is, but I think that's a great answer.
Wait, listen,
Um,
if we're on the spot, I will take it. If you guys want me to keep calling out, the pinatas are going to be the next ones to fall. We still have the Cowboys
that
coming
game's
up.
that game's actually going to be streamed next week as well.
Oh, I know. So Bear in the top lane, I can already hear the knees shaking. The arms are quaking. Voodoo Mama Juju
Ooh.
as support probably is going to look for a sub to avoid
Get
the
him.
game anyway.
Get him.
So I told you next week. Next week is the 2-0 for the Bombers. It's coming. Be ready.
Dang. All right, youngster Joey. My man might be young in the name, but he is mature in his game. Thank you so much, my man, for popping in for the interview. We appreciate you, and GG's to the Bombers today.
Thank you very much, y'all. Have a great night.
You too.
Oh, that's not.
All right. And I
banger.
think that wraps us up, huh?
Yeah, it sure does.
Whew.
What a game! What a night!
All right. I'll take it. I mean, first time, like I said, commentating or doing stuff with League of Legends, but it was an absolute blast. Val, you crushed tonight, man. It was a pleasure commentating with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it was fucking awesome commentating with you. Hella energy, hella vibes,
Mm.
and an amazing series. If you're asking, if I'm
For
being
real.
honest, an amazing series for
real.
the first one.
For real. No,
Mhm,
absolutely.
mhm.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out myself on Twitter at SoupDudeSSBU. Make sure you make that happen. Make sure you check out also what Bear TV is posting. Gunk the Band, amazing music that I listened to ahead of time, and checking up on the oneupforcancer.org, making those things here. Is there anything you'd like to shout out, Val, before we dip out?
I've got nothing. I just keep watching HADL, y'all. Keep following and keep doing the thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, thank you guys so much. We will see you here next week. If you want more bangers like what happened today, make sure you tune in next Monday. We'll see you next time.